I think we're good.
I think we're good.
I think we're on.
I think we're on.
Yo.
Yep.
Hello, everybody.
Yep. Yep. You just did that like the hype man in a modern mumble rap track. Like, yep.
Yeah, what happened to hype men? When did they all like start taking Zoloft?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the closest thing that you have to a hype man now is like whenever fucking Tyler the Creator is on somebody's track.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because he'll always be in the background.
Or Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
Just calling out his own name or going, you already know who it is.
You already know.
I don't. I'm sure many people do, but let's have it for the record anyway because I don't know.
you
Tyler put a new
already
album
know.
out.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet.
I saw Tears for Fears is putting out the first album in like 20 years or something
No
like that.
shit.
Yeah, I just saw that the other day.
Wow.
I like Tears for Fears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty wild.
Yeah. Good for them.
Nice little blast from the past.
Yeah. You think about a guy like Tom Petty, right? Who like never stopped making albums, but all his albums got better the older he got.
Yeah, right.
Like that dude was making great records, like even AC/DC for that matter. They're still putting out albums that were good, like
Yeah.
right up until now. Like,
Yeah. Who else was it? God, I forget. There's just a couple of acts that are putting out albums that I haven't done in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what? I read a New York Times article about a woman who I should have known more about named Laurie Anderson. Do you know who she is? I didn't know like anything about her really, but she's been like kind of a paint artist and also music artist for like a long time. She put out an album in the early 80s and the lead track from it was called Oh Superman. And it's this really weird track where it's like a sample of her going like and that's like the whole driving beat, and then her saying things like I'm not home right now, leave a message at the tone, and like what the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
And here's the thing, well, first of all, it's actually really good. It's surprisingly interesting. Also, Iggy Pop, huge fan. And she was like married to Lou Reed. I didn't know that either.
Oh, okay.
There's like all kinds of shit there I didn't know about this woman. I feel like I
Well,
should have known who she was. You know?
No, God damn it, I'm working
Quit
on
breaking
it.
things.
I'm not breaking it. I'm adjusting it.
Fucking you fix
cunt.
it.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, Laurie Anderson is interesting.
Lou Reed was a fucking weird dude.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Fucking weird heroin addict.
Yeah, and like angry too.
Yeah,
right?
like just
Very-
a weird.
just a strange man.
Yeah, such a perfect day. He wrote the best songs about heroin, though. Like I've never done heroin, but I would imagine it's like listening to Lou Reed's Transformer.
An ode to heroin.
Yeah, he literally wrote a song called "Heroin."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was that song about?
Cocaine. No, that was on
Weirdly enough.
that was on the famous Velvet Underground record with the banana on the front, the Warhol banana.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Velvet Underground and Nico.
right.
I'm waiting for my man. Guess what that song's about? Heroin.
Someone to bring you heroin.
I'm waiting for my man. $26 in my hand. I wonder what he's gonna buy with that $26. What could $26 buy in 1967?
Probably a solid amount of heroin.
A decent amount of heroin, I would imagine.
All right. Well,
That's enough picking on Lou Reed.
Yeah.
He's already dead. I am the table. you know that's from a Metallica / Lou Reed
is it really?
compilation album. Yeah. Yeah, they did, and Metallica fucking hates that because Lou Reed insisted that they sang that line. So that's why that got memed to death.
I am the table.
I am the table.
That's very weird.
Yeah. All right, now that's enough picking on Lou Reed.
All right. Well, we're back. It's been a hot second.
It's been.
It's me.
I try to shake off the cobwebs on this thing.
Yeah, wake up there,
Yeah.
bitch.
Bitch. Hey,
How y'all doing? Y'all doing good?
We got a wedding in like 10 days.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I gotta fucking get ready.
I lost track of what day of the week it was. I thought for sure it was on a weekend.
No,
It sure ain't.
Nope.
I'm the minister in this wedding, and I didn't know what day it was. I had to ask my boss and just be like, so I got this completely wrong. I need 3 days off in the middle of the week.
Yeah, they probably saved like 400%
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they probably saved a shitload of money.
To book it during that time?
Yeah, like, it would probably cost 4 times as much over the weekend.
Yeah, I bet.
You can't say 400%. I don't know why I said it like that.
I think you can. You could do 100 per. Well,
They give
you can't
you-
save 400%.
No, they give you 3 times what you would have paid back. Is that how that works? What a deal!
Wow. Yeah.
Speaking of weddings, did you guys read that thing that? Well, I saw it before that, but Drew sent us
Oh yeah.
about the fucking the
Springer-esque wedding.
Yeah, at
Yeah,
Mahoning
yeah.
Country Club, which is like the banquet hall for Mahoning Country Club is the golf course is going to stay there,
Right.
But the banquet center is closing, and actually a friend of mine, a friend of a friend, they're the last reception there. So
Yeah.
but yeah, what a send off.
Yeah, can you detail, because I just kind of skimmed that when I got it.
Oh, okay. So, like, right before the wedding started, a couple of the groomsmen were joking about how supposedly the bride fucked several of them,
including the groom's brother.
including the groom's
no.
brother.
Yeah.
Right. So,
This is the kind of thing you don't bring up at a wedding. You all just kind of give each other knowing looks at the wedding.
so
know,
the groom
and high
got
fives.
understandably the groom got angry and started fighting all of them.
Right. Did he know that? I mean, it
Apparently
seems,
not.
must have been a surprise to him.
Apparently he didn't know. And then when all the groomsmen were going at it with each other, the bridesmaids started fighting. And then
For no real reason.
And then
Just-
somebody's dad showed up after the cops showed up and
Yeah.
got in the way and got fucking tased in the parking lot. So
awesome. You know,
awesome.
they say someone always goes down at one
One
of
of
those.
those things. Yeah, you got to make that joke at every one.
Yep.
The only one nobody went. Oh, actually, no. Someone did go down at my wedding.
Oh, yes.
A couple people actually.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. It's true. It's,
someone always goes down at one of these things.
it's unavoidable.
Yep.
I
I made that. I remember I made that joke to Trisha for Ethan and Krista's wedding.
I know.
And then someone went down.
Yeah, the grandma got knocked down.
Grandma went down. And
I did a little kid knock grandma down.
yeah, Grandma went to pick her, like, scoot her chair out, and there was a little kid there. Grandma hit her head on the fucking basketball court. Like fucking, like Kyrie Irving going in hard in the paint.
I'm so
Just
glad everything
fucking
worked out okay.
bam.
Because that was horrifying.
Yeah.
In the moment, that was very, very upsetting to everyone
Yeah.
involved.
My favorite part about that was that the bridal party was still like coming in.
Yeah, so the DJ is up there in the front and
Yeah.
starts playing the entrance music. All right. And we're all going, no, no, grandma's down. You got to wait.
That was so funny. I mean, it's only funny because nobody died.
Right, exactly.
But it was like in the moment, I remember like I had to turn my head because I had this. You ever been in a real not funny situation and you can't?
Yep.
You can't stop yourself from laughing.
It's like giggling in church. It's like
yeah,
you can't stop
I couldn't
it.
control it. I had to be like, because I remember, I think it was Krista's dad was just getting announced and like, fucking, he just comes dancing out
Yeah.
but he's like
Hands up,
like
hey!
doing that, and meanwhile there's
they
like
don't know what's happened
there's
at this point.
there's a crowd around Grandma.
People are all like kneeling over her.
And everybody's going, stop.
No!
And I remember it just struck me as so funny that I had to I turned to Trisha and I'm like, I need you to block me. I can't be here right now.
Oh God, unbelievable! Hey,
Awesome.
we had a really great time visiting them recently.
Yeah, they're awesome. That little munchkin is real cute. She looks just
Yeah.
like Krista.
yeah,
She's really funny.
yeah. We had a great time in Chicago. That was a wonderful, wonderful.
That is a
wonderful trip.
That's a real trip. Yeah, she's a cute baby, dude.
Yeah,
she's a
she
great
is.
napping partner. We were getting ready. The last time they came out last month, we were barbecuing and they were in the kitchen getting stuff ready to barbecue. And I took a nap with that baby.
Aww.
I was just like, she was fussy, and I picked her up and sat her on the chair, and we both fell asleep for like
Yeah.
30 minutes. It was awesome.
Dude, there's something really nice about like both babies and dogs when they just fall asleep
Yep,
with you.
just napping with a baby.
You just like it's just like a trust
It's
thing.
like going to sleep with Mr. Rogers, right? It's just
Yeah.
something.
right.
No,
It's like curling up in bed with Fred Rogers.
hello, neighbor.
He's got like
Oh, yeah.
he's in a robe with like chrysanthemums on it or something.
He breaks out Daniel the tiger. He's like, "What's going on here?"
And the king, oh, I see you are all quite sleepy.
Hold on, let me help you go to bed.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting a hand job from a puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
I mean, that's what having kids is like.
Having kids is like getting a handy from the king from Mr. Rogers while the lion watches.
Yep. It's a tiger, Daniel Tiger.
Fucking whatever.
King Friday the 13th.
That is his name, isn't it?
That is his name.
Yeah, King Friday.
Goofy.
King Friday the 13th.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but Fred Rogers was a sniper, and he was covered with tattoos.
No, he.
Anytime I get a chance, I have to bring
I
that up.
remember I did that to you in college. I told you that one time. I was just trying to and you're like, no, he fucking didn't. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that before you told me that.
He's just like, no, he fucking
It's just
didn't.
like, absolutely not.
I'm like, no, he did. And you're like, no, he fucking
Bull
didn't.
fucking shit.
All right, no, he did.
There's a persistent urban legend in the same vein about John Denver.
Oh, really?
About how Sunshine on My Shoulders was about how he was in Vietnam and his favorite trick was to hide a tree, wait for a VC patrol to go by, then whistle, and when they turned around, the sun would be behind him and it'd blind them momentarily so he could pick them off.
No,
me
John
happy.
Denver was just a drunk country boy.
Yeah.
That's all he was.
Yeah.
Do you remember South Park's The John Denver Experience?
Vaguely.
It was like an amusement park ride that's a fucking airplane
Yeah.
that just swings around and then crashes into a mountain several times and deposits you upside down in a river.
It's so funny. Rocky Mountain High.
That's extremely fucking dark.
Celebrity accidents. I
it's so
love them.
funny.
I remember one of my favorite rap lines is, I think I've said it before. One of my favorite rap lines is an Eminem line from his first record. The line is something like, I get too blunted off of funny homegrown because when I smoke out, I hit the trees harder than Sonny Bono.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a good line.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is.
It's so good.
It's fucking dark, man. Well, why don't we talk about why we're fucked? Are we fucked? We feeling fucked?
Yeah.
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 I feel a little fucked.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
You're hosting.
Yeah, I guess I could kick it off.
You tell us.
Well,
what you
why
want.
don't I start with
Okay,
Chris?
so
Why are you
I
fucked?
have one. Look at that. See, I dodged it. I dodged it by being ready.
Yeah.
We're fucked because I hate liberals.
I knew you were going to bring this up, so I didn't.
I'm tired. I'm tired of people fighting, picking their battles over the wrong thing. It's like if you're gonna stand for something, that's cool. That's cool.
That's cool,
That's
fine.
cool. But make sure that the battle that you're picking is one that's actually worth fighting,
Or one that you can win.
or one that you can win.
For fuck's sake, they managed to, flip two, chambers of the government, right? They have the Senate as well, don't they?
Yeah, both chambers
Yeah.
of Congress and then also
And the presidency.
The presidency.
Yeah. So they managed to capture all three of these things, and now they're going to sit there, sword fighting with their dicks over what's good enough to pass.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then when they do settle on something, it's like, please, Mr. McConnell, can we pass a law?
Please, Mr. McConnell.
It's just like,
Is it okay if we pass a law
but the
today,
thing is,
Mr. McConnell?
government has never worked like that. There's never been a slam dunk in government.
Yeah, right.
There's always going to be stuff thrown onto bills that you're not going to like.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
how stuff gets passed. That's how government works.
It's ironic in a way that this is being caused by progressives who fail to see how incremental progress is progress.
Right.
Progressive doesn't. Why does it have to mean we will hold out until we get every last little thing we
Right.
want?
And don't even get me started on the Dave Chappelle thing that just he has a new comedy special
I
out.
want to see that.
Yeah, they're after him because he
Oh, let's talk about it. I don't know what they're saying.
He's stuck up for J.K. Rowling. Was what it was. He was like, they're fucking coming after J.K. Rowling,
Yeah.
which is whatever she said is whatever she said, but
Yeah.
that's who you okay. All right. Let me bring this up because I was thinking about
Chappelle always says, the L's, the G's, and the B's, they love me, but the T's hate my guts.
this. Yeah. But let me. Okay, so the violent crimes against trans people have been on the rise
Yeah.
Yeah.
steadily for the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, I think so.
Why-
It kind of in step with visibility.
Why do you think that is? I think you just said it.
Yeah.
It's in step with visibility.
It's as
Right.
people become aware of stuff, their their bigotry comes out in measurable ways.
so the louder you shout about it, and it's great. It's great to raise awareness that these people are also people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's fine.
They've been around forever.
But when you're
Right.
when you're shouting down your opposition so much, all you're doing is playing into the hand of the people who are already like, well, see, this is what it's going to become now. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what? It's hard to have this conversation without someone accusing you of victim blaming, and I get it.
I don't give a shit.
But there is a way to look at this where it's like,
You can't always shout people down. Like you can shout people down. Do you know what I mean? Like
Well, who's shouting who down?
J.K. Okay, so J.K. Rowling is a perfect example.
right. Well, I think I read some of what she had to say. I didn't agree with her,
I don't either.
but I also think that the place that she was coming from,
Wasn't a place of hatred.
it was a place of like women's issues have been important to her for a very, very long time.
Right.
And there are people specifically, like
And they are in fact mutually exclusive. Do you know what I'm saying?
a little bit. It's sort of a zero-sum thing on some level where
Right.
women don't reasonably, a lot of women do not feel comfortable being around men in many intimate spaces for reasons of having been abused by men.
Understandable.
Right. So then when trans women, who bring some masculinity at least to the table, freaks some of these women out. Now, I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that either.
No, that's a them problem.
But
that's not a problem with trans people.
Exactly. It's not a problem with
trans people. Right.
But I understand.
But I understand it. I understand it.
Yeah.
And to just shout somebody down for that opinion over and over and over again, and to go so far as to like threaten their life.
Well, the question is can we talk about anything anymore?
Can we just talk about stuff anymore?
Or are we
without
not even allowed to talk about things?
Right.
The thing is, I don't agree with J.K. Rowling, but like if reasonable people can't have conversations, I don't think we get anywhere.
I don't understand though how see, I don't think she's been shouted down. She still has every platform in the world to.
Yes, but she's also received death threats. She's been
what famous person hasn't?
Right.
Well, I know, but do you every day people are like just pick. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I just wonder why we can't have both. Why can't we have respect for trans people and also let people express the fact that they're a little uncomfortable with former men in their lady spaces?
Right.
Like, okay, that's a you problem, but you should be able to talk about it.
Right. You can't just expect this change to happen right now.
It doesn't happen
doesn't
overnight.
happen overnight.
Well, that's the other thing too. I think sometimes I've heard gay people express some frustration with the fact that it's like
They fought for decades.
exactly decades.
Decades.
And then essentially, other social causes hopped on their
train. Right.
right?
Absolutely true.
Now, I don't know what to do with any of this information. I don't want to, I'm not trying to express bigotry here. I'm just saying people are slow to change.
You're so careful about how you put it.
Well, yeah.
It's like, you're so careful because
Please don't cancel me.
please don't like it's to the point where you get just fed up with it.
Yeah.
Like you're so many of these fucking people are like you're playing into the hand of exactly what everybody thinks about college age white people. Do you know what I mean?
That's the other thing too. Is it's pretty much it's as with everything else now. It's
Right.
white people sticking their necks out.
I mean,
You're playing right into the other side's hand because everything that they're saying is about you is what you're perpetrating.
okay, but at the same time, we opened up this topic by pointing out that violence against trans people has been
Yes. Right.
has been steadily increasing over the past decade.
So
or
there's
so.
a real problem there.
And there's only so much patience that I think people can reasonably have.
Yes, but I'm saying
I
that
agree with that.
I'm saying that it's a circle because the louder you are about it, the more it's going to incite that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's not on the people being loud. I don't think
That's a little on the people being loud.
I think it's entirely the people on the other side who don't know what to do with who can't change or refuse to change.
Yeah, I'm not going to give violent bigots too much.
No, I'm
leash
not
here.
either. But I'm saying it's definitely part of
Just
the
like
problem.
when we step way back and look at like how the circle of outrage and violence continues.
I'm saying rage begets rage.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
right. And inability
Sure,
to
but-
talk about things without escalating to
Fuck you.
go away forever
Go away,
or
I'm gonna-
die.
yeah.
Well, sure, but in my view, in my estimation, there's only one side that has any justification for being angry.
That's also fair.
Yeah,
That's also fair.
I get that too.
That's also absolutely fair.
It's just like, okay, so for some reason, it's not like it's mysterious. There's a reason why this thing like rustles people's jimmies as hard as it does.
Yeah.
Because like the ideas we have about like gender are there is like a biological root to them, so they're primal. They're like in the back of our heads. And B, really heavily cultured.
Yes.
And there's all these, things that people are expected to do as a result of gender. And I just think it weirds people out in their reptile brains.
But 99% of the time, like, really, the conventional idea of a man and the conventional idea of a woman, those aren't going anywhere.
No, right.
We're always going to have, heterosexual couples. We're always going to have cisgender couples.
Unfortunately, I'm trying to make everyone gay.
Because that's just
biology.
That's just biology. That's
Yeah.
just nature.
Sure.
It's just the fact that, there's very little in nature that is ever perfectly binary and,
Of course.
and mutually exclusive
Of course.
100% of
Right.
the time.
Of course.
Yeah, like intersex peoples are a real thing.
And if intersex people can be why is like a non-binary gender identity
Yeah.
or an alternative gender identity, why is that so
It's
so hard to
That's the thing is
conceive of?
It doesn't bother me because I just don't look into other people's bowl as much and be like,
Right.
Who
well,
cares?
I don't know, this doesn't jive with my understanding. Well, of course it doesn't.
Of course it doesn't, because it's not your life experience.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's
Right.
what it is. But like what I guess what I'm saying is, do you want to get upset about the fact that trans people are like being openly attacked, or do you want to get up in arms over a comedy special? Is it like you're
Well, it can be both.
Why not the bowl?
why not? But a comedy special is a comedy special.
Sure, but there's such a thing as bad. Okay, so
There's such a thing as bad taste.
Oh, yeah.
well, bad takes as well.
Sure.
I'm all bad taste.
The line that I saw from this most recent Chappelle special.
He said, "I think I'm Team TERF," right?
Yeah, which if you're unfamiliar, is trans exclusionary radical feminism.
Yeah.
That term just has stank on it to begin with.
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
it's like it's real fighting words as a definition. It doesn't start in a fair place to me.
Yeah, well, first of all, he doesn't seem to be aware that TERFs were the ones who came up with that term.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He doesn't seem to be aware of that.
I
but-
was unaware of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Why would,
No,
why would you name yourself so hostily?
Well, I don't know, because bigotry is just, but the other thing is one of the parts of this quote was he says that trans people will make up words to win arguments. Instead, like.
There's a little bit of academia
Yeah.
that's very interested in rerouting our language.
But the terminology isn't difficult to come up with, and it's not.
Yeah.
It never comes from like a place. I mean, nobody that I've talked to, has ever come from a place of like disingenuity,
Yeah.
disingenuousness.
No.
About bringing this the new vocabulary about gender into discussions about our new understandings of gender.
Yeah.
It struck me as a real. I want to know who he's been talking to, because it seems like a very, very ill-informed take.
Twitter.
Yeah.
That shit exists on Twitter. This is what I was thinking as you were saying that is, would we have had this kind of conversation from the get-go if Twitter had been around in the 60s when, like you see the beginning of like a gay rights movement, right? Would we have had this kind of a problem if we had access to something like Twitter back then? Where like, because there is a thing of like, inventing new terminology, very academic language for these concepts that we don't give names to or think that much about, and it's useful to define them too. But there is kind of a war of language.
It is, yeah.
And if you can win with language, you can kind of, I don't know. Sometimes you can reform an entire argument.
Yeah, but
but they're not the only ones that do it either.
No, everybody.
He's definitely making the based and red pilled crowd.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
No, it's not exclusive to this group of people. It's absolutely not. It's
but he's making it seem like it's done to argue disingenuously when it's really not.
I wouldn't think so either. I don't think for the most part it's a disingenuous thing.
It's I just think that, for as smart of a guy as Dave Chappelle is, it just seemed like a really badly informed take.
Well, it's like...
I kind of want to see the special in context.
Yeah, I want to see it. Because I haven't watched it yet. I got to be... But, like, I don't think it's fair to get as angry at that as it is to get as angry at trans people being...
Yeah. No, but you can definitely discuss both things.
Sure.
You don't have to pick only one battle.
But you also don't have to cancel somebody for their opinion.
Who's getting canceled?
They're calling to pull him off of Netflix and cancel their contract.
Yeah.
Well,
you think that'll happen? I do not. At this
I don't
point.
think so. He's Dave Chappelle.
Public opinion has always guided media. I don't see how this is any different.
But that's a very slippery slope to censorship. It's a very, and I'm going to take the right. No, seriously, it is a very slippery slope to censorship.
It's funny, that censorship thing. I get stuck on this a lot too, because it's true that shouting someone down and telling them to go away is. It's not exactly censorship.
No, but it's getting there. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's sort of activist in the sense that it's like, okay, well, what motivates the platforms that let people talk is what people think, and if you can get those platforms to push someone off, then you've de facto censored them, even if you haven't actually censored them. But in the marketplace of ideas, shitty ideas get shouted down all the time.
All the time, sure.
That's like a good thing,
Yeah.
It's funny, though, but when it comes to this thing, it feels different.
Yeah, it doesn't it?
I don't know why. I think it's just... I don't know why. I think it's just maybe that everything's happening so damn fast.
Maybe. I don't know. I think cancel culture is very... I think it's dangerous. Like, maybe that is a right-wing opinion. But I think it is absolutely... Someone like Aziz Ansari, right, has a really bad date, and everybody's calling for his fucking head.
Yeah, that dude didn't have a career for 2 years because he had
a bad date.
A bad date?
Well, what happened was he took a girl out on a date, and she basically told the story of how it was creepy and more sexual than she wanted it to be. But there is a fair argument to be had there, and I think many feminist writers have said the same thing: is do we not have the agency to say no and to leave this situation? Like, are we? Is it
sure?
Isn't it wrong to infantilize women in such a way to say that they don't have the ability to say I don't like this and walk away?
Yeah,
right.
And is Aziz Ansari going to stop? He's 4'0" nothing.
Well, no, and the thing is, like,
she went on with the date. She went on comfortable.
She went on with the date, and then like they ended up back at his apartment or something.
Yeah,
right?
He ended up shoving his fingers in her mouth and like what was supposed to be
weird.
But she said stop, and he stopped.
Right, and then they sat on the couch for a while, and then got touchy again, and then she left.
He ordered her wine for her.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of the article.
He wouldn't let me order.
He did not ask me my choice of wine. That was an ominous precursor. He was clearly not going to ask for her consent because he didn't ask her what kind of wine she wanted.
Meanwhile, Charlie Sheen's out there spreading AIDS. Nobody's fucking coming down on Charlie Sheen. jacking off to child porn and
Oh God, the evilest motherfucker.
the fucking most evil person.
This is such a difficult topic to talk about, but you know what?
I know, but
Can
like,
I just say I'm grateful that we are because
Well,
this is
that's
the thing
what I
that
mean.
fucking bothers me.
because
is
we all
can't-
have different opinions at this table, obviously, on this.
I think we do.
So it's important to like, because this is a discussion that's happening nowhere else.
You can't have
You
it.
cannot have it
As an orthodoxy of
except
thought.
amongst friends. Do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You cannot have this argument on the internet.
Yeah, you-
absolutely.
Well, not on the internet, but I would go so far as to say like this conversation isn't happening somewhere else.
Well, right.
but not on.
But like I have many a friend who are kind people who, if I was to have this conversation with them, they'd write me off, and
Yeah.
they might hear this and decide I'm bigoted. But I'm trying not to sound like that.
I don't.
It's
I
just-
don't. I don't think anyone
But
could
that's-
reasonably say that.
But that's the problem.
Reasonably say
You're
that.
trying not to sound bigoted.
Right.
You feel like you have to censor yourself for
I feel like this idea. I feel like if you don't talk in very careful ways
Yeah.
about this, people write
right
you off.
now. If I have a shitty opinion on this very public podcast that we do, please feel free to tell me that I have a shitty opinion. If you
Right.
think I'm an asshole and I'm wrong,
I think you're an asshole.
fuck it. Well, obviously,
I mean,
yeah. But if you think I'm, tell me. I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
But you don't have to like. You don't have to fucking berate people and yell and scream at them until it becomes like a fucking like serious, like you're actively promoting hate.
Now, devil's advocate here. When people are getting killed for being who they are, that might be the point to get pretty serious.
Absolutely.
That's-
but I'm not perpetrating that. Dave Chappelle's not perpetrating that.
Right.
J.K. Rowling's not perpetrating it. And they might be contributing factors to it, but the reaction shouldn't be the same to those people
Yeah.
that it is to people who go out and beat the shit out of.
Let's get right back to J.K. Rowling because we're talking about this forever, but it's interesting to me. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Can we keep talking
whatever.
about this for a
We're
second?
here. Yeah. We're here now. I fucking
Right.
I opened this
This is
Pandora's
probably
box.
our whole why we're fucked. But the thing is, in particular, J.K. Rowling had an abusive relationship in the past,
Yes.
right? J.K. Rowling was an abused woman, right? Women's issues are extremely important to her personally, academically, etc. So, while I don't think there's any realistic likelihood that a trans woman will beat her up in the bathroom,
No.
yeah, definitely not.
but you can kind of see people are freaked out from past. We're all products of our past.
Yeah.
We all have our various extents of trauma.
Sure.
I can empathize with a person who carries fear from things that happened to them in the past and maybe just isn't ready to get over this hump that, like,
And it gets harder the older you get, too.
sure.
So
I can empathize with it. I don't agree, but I can empathize with it.
That's the key, is having empathy for the opinion.
just to go off on a tangent here, it's always the bathrooms.
Yeah, I know.
It's all
Which is
bathrooms.
hilarious.
Because, well,
The rest of the world is more dangerous than a bathroom.
Yeah.
yeah, and especially a public bathroom. I'm thinking of, like, you know, I don't know, you're with your kid at like Applebee's
Yeah.
or whatever. You know, like if your kid. If you think they're too young to go into the bathroom by themselves,
You take them
You
into the
just go into the bathroom with
Right.
them. That's been a thing parents have done
Forever.
for literally forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
But also, you know, if you're really, really that concerned about it, it's not for the kids. It's just because they don't want
They don't
trans
want it.
people and
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It has nothing to do with the kids, because if it was about the kids, they would be keeping an eye on people the kid knows and trusts.
Sure.
You know,
Right.
Their Sunday school teacher, you know, the fucking the principal, the guidance counselor.
Right.
Can we,
Priest.
can we do a thought experiment?
Okay. What is it? Is this going to be your game?
No, this is just very stupid. So, okay, whatever. So let's say you're like in college, right? And like the smoking hottest girl in your class, right, is you know, like you should like, oh god, she's so hot. And then the next week she comes in, she's a dude now.
Okay.
And then you go to the bathroom, and she comes in and takes a big shit right next to you.
Okay.
And this was just the girl you thought was the hottest girl in school like a week ago.
Implying people shitting is has anything to do with how hot they are.
Dear diary, jackpot.
My whole thought experiment is, what feelings do you have about this?
Does she make a hot dude?
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, is he hot?
Yeah.
Is he still hot?
He's super hot.
Still a hot dude.
Right.
I
But do you feel confused a little?
maybe don't want to fuck him
Yeah, I mean, I'm
I did when he was a her.
I'm just very confused.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
I'm straight, so
I am straight. I'm straight.
And no slanderous trowel.
Transitions. I'm okay.
Yeah,
that's
still
cool.
a hot dude.
That's
Right.
cool. I'm just not. I'm
Right, but
just
does
not into
that dump?
dudes.
Is that dump different
No,
somehow
it has
to you?
nothing to do with
No.
it.
I just think the
everybody
character of
poops.
the dump.
Everybody poops.
Right. Everybody does poop.
You could be.
That is true.
Carmen Electra is hugging her.
I don't know why I brought this.
Carmen Electra right now is shitting somewhere on a private island, just fucking with her
Yeah.
hand against the stall door.
Yeah, right. Right. She's got one of her high heels off to get like good like leverage on the
Yeah.
floor.
Speaking of hot, can we talk about fucking Britney Spears fucking just crushing it?
Dude.
Oh,
How is she
Unbelievable.
still?
Unbelievable.
She's also
Still.
like
And she
not
has-
even 40.
She has like 2 kids as well, right?
two kids. She was fucking harangued by people, by the press,
Yeah.
for years.
Spent some time in the psych ward, right?
Yeah, because she was like fucking tortured and stalked. And then her father fucking like, like a la fucking Brian Wilson,
Yeah.
same thing, conservatorship, like
Yep.
fucking just took
Yeah.
over her life.
Now,
And now she's completely free of all that. And through all of this, you know, you think she'd be like Shelley Longed by this point, like just like completely lost her mind. She not only is she
she looks exactly as good.
she looks exactly as good as she did when the "Hit Me Baby One More Time" video came
Now
out.
imagine.
Total, not that like being a total fox is everything, but she still has it.
Now you're at the bathroom. You're standing at a urinal. Bradley Spears walks in, starts pissing next to you, and lets a big fart go.
Okay.
How do you feel? Are you a little turned on?
I
am.
I turn to him and say, "Nice one, nice one, bro."
I heard this is where all the dicks hang out.
I don't know why I'm bringing this up. I just think it's funny. That's it. That's the whole.
Yeah. So shout out to, I guess the whole point of this is to say shout out to Britney Spears. Still fucking has it, dude.
That was the real whole point.
Hashtag, I've been a hashtag free Britney here for like 3 years now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Fucking free Britney. I'm glad she's free.
I honestly thought it was all kooky, but now I see.
I think we owe that dude from like what 15 years ago on YouTube an apology.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, the leave Britney alone.
Leave Britney
guy.
alone.
Yeah, let's apologize to that guy.
Yeah.
I think we owe him
I
an
feel like
apology.
his name was Chris something.
Yeah.
Chris Crocker.
That sounds
That
right.
sounds
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think we all owe him.
We do owe him an
America owes Chris Crocker an
because
apology.
now everybody is like, yeah, fucking leave Britney alone. She's been through enough.
Yeah, he was leave Britney alone literally before it was cool.
Add that
Yeah.
to the other extensive list of reasons that boomers suck.
Yeah,
Fucking leave Britney alone.
leave Britney alone.
But also, I think that guy liked to kiss his brother.
oh really?
Maybe.
Leave your brother alone. Dude.
Maybe he's Italian.
Oh,
What you
manja
try-
manja.
Oh, manja.
Trying to
oh.
imply something here.
Wait, gabagool. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were doing that in the theater, right?
The gabagool.
Gabagool.
Over here.
Tony Soprano meets the gabagool.
I don't know. Have we talked about J.K.
Okay,
Rowling enough?
I'm done. I'm sorry I opened this massive political discussion on a comedy podcast. I just thought it was interesting because I know we all have different takes.
Well, I think that if you can't talk about this shit, nothing good happens.
Nothing moves forward.
And actually, my
Exactly.
recommendation is related to this too. It's funny that you
Okay.
brought this up. My recommendation is directly tied to this.
My recommendation is read all the Harry Potter books and watch Chappelle's show.
My recommendation is catch a flight and go to J.K. Rowling's house. Knock on her door and scare her a bit.
Jesus. Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
Does she still live in England? I'd imagine
London,
so.
England.
I'd imagine so.
Oh
Oh, God. Was that your ass?
no,
Wow.
I think were those the dogs?
no, that was his ass.
no.
Well, anyway.
All right, who's next?
Nah, fuck it. I'm done. Honestly, I think that was a great why we're fucked. I don't know. Do you have something? Maybe I have something I haven't thought of it yet.
I guess I'm fucked because well, I don't know. I don't know really if I'm particularly fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just want because we have 2 weddings this month that we gotta be at, Aubrey and I, and so it's been like I think 4 over the course of this summer and into fall.
You get burnt out on them real quick.
I'm
do.
very much burned out.
Wait
and
till
I
you
would
get
like
married.
to,
After your wedding is done, you're gonna be fucking over him forever.
Yeah.
You're never gonna want to go to another one.
Yeah.
It ruins your take of weddings, which as a male, they're already pretty low. You already, as a man, you typically already don't give a shit about weddings.
I mean, you're happy, but you're just not thrilled.
You're not
over the moon.
right.
you're not snapping pictures the same way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm just
Not
going to.
fucking the bride.
I mean,
the
like-
same way.
I mean, like, obviously, to be there for my brother's wedding was awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously, but yeah, it's to a point now where I just like. I just want to stay home, like
Yeah.
more than 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah, the plight of the American working man. I just want to stay home.
After last weekend, I was like, I need another fucking weekend.
Yeah.
Like this shit. I just want. How could I just be home for a weekend?
Well, I mean, and obviously, I'm looking forward to Gable's wedding. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, it is.
They're
It's gonna be fun.
They're always a good time. It's just
I don't know what we're gonna do with all the time that we have. So Christy and I are staying there Monday and Tuesday night,
Yeah.
maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. What are we gonna do with all that time?
Oh,
How are we gonna occupy 3 whole days?
I think we're gonna stay there Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, and then come back Wednesday.
Come back Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have Tuesday, Wednesday off.
Uh-huh.
So I'll have Wednesday to myself.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what
There's
we're-
nothing. Oh, you know what? Hockey will be on Wednesday. So there's that.
yes.
Because the hockey season is starting up.
Yes, it is.
We're in the full swing of football season, which is great.
Hockey season starts this coming week.
Yeah. The 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to see the actual Seattle Kraken instead of just the farm boys.
Farm team.
They're gonna suck. They're gonna be. It's not gonna be like the Knights.
No?
Like the Knights came out of nowhere and fucking like stormed through their opening season. They're already a powerhouse.
Did they not have that whatever it was, that drafting privilege that the
Oh, they did. They just chose horribly.
Oh.
they chose really bad. They don't have like Alex Tuck or fucking. I was gonna say Lemieux. Jesus Christ.
No, they don't.
The goalie,
Fleury?
They don't
Yeah.
have Marc-Andre
Fleury.
Fleury. They don't have anybody like that. ESPN gave their draft grades, and I almost never agree with ESPN, but like they got like a C- draft grade. Yeah, like for the expansion draft.
Hey, you never know. Something might happen.
Something might
Little magic.
Well, they also have up till the trade deadline to make something work, which I think is what they're banking on.
Oh,
That they
okay.
might be able to pull some magic from the trade deadline.
Okay.
Or from free agency, because there's a
Right.
lot of. Tuukka Rask is on injured reserve,
Yeah.
and he's not contracted currently. And like everything that the Bruins are saying is no, he'll be back once he recovers from his surgery.
Think they're hoping to snag him up?
They might be if they offer him more money. Tuukka Rask has played like what 10 or 11 years with the Bruins.
Yeah.
That's a long time for one team in the NHL.
Yeah.
That's a very long time. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I would hate to see him go because despite what all the fans in Boston say, I'm still a Tuukka Rask fan. I think he's still like stat line wise. I know he doesn't have any cups, but stat line wise, he's like clearly the best goalie of the last 10 years. Like he's got like a .938 save percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's incredibly good. So yeah,
Hey, I know why I'm fucked.
people are mad about the Mini Saints of Newark.
No. Although that is, like I said, I don't want to hear any bitching about this fucking movie.
That was a good movie.
It's a good movie.
That was a good movie.
We got to hear not Dominic Shanais. What's his name? Playing Junior. We got
Junior.
to hear him say your sister's cunt.
Yeah.
Actually, I read an article the other
Yeah.
day. He used to use that line just to get in character.
Yeah.
Sister's cunt. That was enough to get him into character.
Yeah.
He said there's something about it. It
He never
brought
had
me
the
right
makings
there.
of a varsity athlete.
I don't want to hear any bitching about that fucking
That was
movie.
a good movie.
Good movie.
Good movie.
I'm fucked because I can't hold a shit anymore. I just can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't hold a shit anymore, and I don't know why. I do know why. A year and a half of working from home and never having to hold a shit. Now I can't hold a shit. It's a problem. It's a serious problem.
Dave, loose asshole Gagasky.
You gotta start doing
do like Kegels at my desk.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also a good way to hold your cum in.
Oh yeah,
So if you don't want to cum as fast, you just kegel.
just Holden McCummon.
Holden McCum.
Hi, my name is Holden McCum.
Holden McCum.
No, I like the other day I had to take a shit and I felt like it was gonna come out somewhere else in my body.
Oh.
Inside of my body.
Jesus Christ.
There's something wrong now. This is what
Yeah.
happens when you don't have to practice not pooping for this long. That's it. That's the whole thing.
All right.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm sure this was as exciting and enriching to everyone as the TERF discussion.
So when I worked at 4 a.m. at my job,
Yeah.
I would wake up at like 3:25, so I didn't have time to take a proper shit. I would get like the prelims out of the way, and then there's always like that second round.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a dude.
I have
thing.
a shit at 9 and I have a shit at 10.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know
that's
why.
a dude thing. So like by the time I got to work, it's like round 2.
Yeah.
So there were a couple times there where it's like you're like walking to the bathroom and you got to stop.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
When I was in Chicago, not once but twice, 2 nights back to back.
You gotta stop.
I almost shit my pants going back to the Airbnb.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out of my car.
I have numbers of pairs of dirty crap fucking briefs.
Seriously, I was like, I parked the car and I was like, and Christy goes to get out and the light comes on in the car and I'm like, no, people can see me contorting my body.
I remember we were on the road trip with Seth and Melissa, me and Drew, when we went to the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And Seth had to take a shit. And like Melissa and Drew kept teasing him, and he's like trying to find a gas station, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up!" He's like trying to hold it in. He's going, shut up, shut the fuck up, everybody be quiet.
Was he driving the fucking
driving the
Dude,
car.
You know how terrifying that is to me?
Yeah.
Because I know that panic. Anyone behind the wheel in that state is not trustworthy.
It was so funny.
They'll drive into the fucking woods
Yeah.
if they have to.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get out of this
Yeah, why don't we move on here?
to a little thing that we like to call
Smoking.
Endorphin.
Let's take a break. I don't have a game. I don't give a shit.
Oh my god.
That's all right. It's fine.
Oh, the No Games Dudecast.
I know.
We'll have to get back into the regular schwang of things and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do sketches again.
Yeah.
I want to do.
We have some good ones on deck. We got the second chair
yeah.
flautist, flatulist.
We got right. You're the second chair flatulist of the orchestra.
Flatulist of
Yeah.
the orchestra. We
Let's
have-
see. Pillsbury Doughboy, but he's racist.
Yeah.
Hamburger Helper, but he's racist. Chester Cheetah, but he's gay.
Oh yeah, Hogan.
Yeah, gay
that-
Hogan. Yeah.
doesn't
Everyone loves gay macho man.
who's to say
I love
who's to say Chester Cheetah isn't gay as is?
I don't. Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's dangerously queer. I don't know.
Dangerously queer. Dangerously.
Dangerously.
He doesn't have genitals, as far as I can tell. So I don't.
Andy Warhol was dangerously queer.
Yeah, probably. Well, I think Jeffrey Dahmer was dangerously queer.
Oh my god!
Fucking what's his name? The Milo Yiannopoulos is dangerously queer.
Yes, but for totally
different
unique reasons.
Yeah, dangerously queer.
the Spartans.
The Spartans were dangerously queer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All for totally different reasons.
Incredibly different.
Yep.
Dangerously queer.
Oh god.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's get out of this.
Yep, we'll be back in a minute with more Dudecast. Stick around. Thanks.
You've been listening, as I'm sure you're aware, to the Three Dudes Cast
With those 3 guys you love, Dave.
Chris,
and Ben.
we hope you like it.
I'm neutral.
If you do like it, you can find us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and lots of other podcast networks.
Drop us a line at 3dudecast.com.
If you're a sponsor, be sure to send a check as well.
Don't forget to find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, and the gram. We got the gram.
We don't actually have the gram, but I can make one.
You've been saying we had a gram.
What a twist.
Ah!
Ooh, avocado.
You remember Cher on South Park? She was always.
All right, you guys go ahead and start.
I was just recently rewatching some South Park episodes, and
Oh, hi, that's the new Cher album.
How about, like, Bono's always going, yeah. I was at fucking what's that, like, build your own pizza joint? Not Bruno Brothers.
Literally
Rise
every.
Pies.
Oh,
build your own.
No, but like Chipotle style, where you go and
Yeah.
oh yeah.
yeah, Rise
Make
Pies.
it right there, and
That U2 song, that Vertigo song came on. And I'm like, I haven't heard this since it fucking came out in like 2003.
yeah. At which point you heard it every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Uno, dos, tres, catorce. So it's not bad. It's just
Yeah, but
U2.
fuck Bono.
U2 had like one good album. Like one good album.
Was it Joshua Tree?
It was Joshua Tree. Thank
Yeah.
you. That was like the moment I knew I was going to marry my wife. I was like, U2 came on the radio. I'm like, I don't like U2. She's like, I don't either. I'm like, they only had one good album. And she's like, yeah, Joshua Tree. And I'm like,
Let's
I'm
fuck.
gonna marry you.
I'm going to marry this woman one
Are
day.
you right fucking now?
She knows. She gets it.
Yeah.
I promised myself that I would never again get involved with somebody who didn't have good taste in music. Only.
Shite.
Ooh, you all right?
Yep. All right.
I promised myself I would never get involved with somebody who like didn't. Which one do you want, Dave? You already
Dude,
know.
I already got this.
All right, I'm gonna take the Diet Dr.
It's
Pepper.
the Sodi Round Table. What are we drinking, guys? I'm smoking a Marlboro Red and I'm drinking an Aha Seltzer.
That sure is diet.
I'm drinking a La Croche.
LaCroix.
Yeah. So that fucking I don't know, man. I just promised myself I would never get involved with somebody who had bad taste in music. Not for like.
Yeah.
But only so I don't have to suffer through stuff that I don't like forever. You know, like nothing against them as a person. It's just like I don't want to.
You and Trish have really similar tastes. Right?
Yeah, it makes it easier. She's got like a little bit more trashy 80s taste than I do. But that's cool. I like Def Leppard.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Yeah, there's kind of like, it's really difficult when you're with someone who everything they like you don't like.
Yes.
And you have to just kind of grin and bear it.
Yeah. And that's nothing against my ex, but like there was only so much Avril Lavigne I could take before it was like, all right, please, you know.
Avril
And she was my ex was an awesome person, but I didn't want to hear Avril Lavigne all the time,
just
and that's why I broke up.
anymore.
That's what we broke up. It's like I just
right.
didn't.
Well, that's the reasonable thing to do. No. All right. Well, today I thought because we've never talked about it,
Ooh,
we would talk about fashion.
how exciting!
How fucking exciting!
What a great topic!
I got
Dave.
nothing to
I
contribute
know
to this dumb fucking topic.
We should preface this by saying that you literally just got done telling us I fucking hate my topic. I have nothing to talk about.
I don't know what to say about fashion. I
Awesome.
really don't.
So this is a great way to lead in.
I know. Well, the thing is, I thought you guys might.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I think you'll find that you, throughout the course of this episode, will still not have anything to talk about.
I never do anyway.
No, I think you'll find something to talk about.
I just thought fashion's an interesting topic.
So where do you have a direction you would like us to start? Because that's usually where we.
I don't know. I thought we could talk about high fashion, dumb fashion, cool fashion.
I think all high fashion is dumb.
I think so,
I think
too.
you can.
Are we talking about like the kind of fashion that's in shows?
yeah,
yes.
runway fashion.
I think most of it is
Yeah.
pretty dumb.
Yeah, and I think that's the point of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it really, most of that shit is not meant for anyone to wear.
No, it's
Except Bjork
I think or Lady Gaga
or Lady Gaga.
Yeah, right.
I feel like it's almost a sort of like it's almost a sort of theater. It's almost a sort of performance art.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
Expression through the clothing.
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess it's a little unfair for me to like hate it as much as I do because realistically, anything that happens on a canvas, you can like or dislike, but you don't go, that's fucking stupid for the most part. For the most part. Actually, the more simplistic artwork on a canvas is, the more likely I am to be like, that's dumb. That's not art.
Yeah.
But the more ostentatious it is on a body, the more likely I am to think it's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Do you know what I mean? Like if someone walks down the runway and their like whole body is just covered with like clothespins or something, and you know, and like big spikes, and they have a traffic cone on their head, I'm like, that's fucking dumb.
$45,000
Right,
like
yeah.
couture.
But if something like that was on a canvas, I'd go, oh, that's really weird and nifty and interesting.
Yeah.
so now what's weird about it to me is like these designers and these companies, they must be making profits somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Do these things sell?
That's a great question, Ben.
And if so, do rich people like wear these out and about in like fancy galas and?
Yeah, because you don't really see that. You don't see like at the red carpet. People are wearing something sensible at the red carpet.
I think most of the runway
Most
shit
people are.
I think most of the runway shit is for show, but you know, couture is always going to have buyers. Gucci is always going to have buyers.
Sure.
Louis Vuitton is always going to have buyers. You know,
Right.
like it's what it is.
But there's a practicality to that shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's very different from being dressed like a sea mine where you've just got spikes and shit everywhere.
But like people,
like a-
I don't think those outfits are to be sold. I think those outfits are to win the show.
I guess
But I guess I don't understand. It's no dumber than like football. When you think about it, do you know what I mean? Like it's or like the Oscars. It's people patting themselves on the back for some arbitrary slice of society.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So,
Great question how they make money though.
well, I mean, they're going to make money on the normal shit that they sell, is what I'm saying. They're not making money on that shit. They're making money on like the normal stuff that the designer sells.
I guess.
Yeah.
No, well, they must make, you know, from selling admission to this or
thing.
Well,
most of that, I don't think you have to
invite
pay.
only.
It's probably invite. I don't think you have to pay for.
Do you see the picture of Larry David at New York Fashion Week recently?
No, that sounds awesome though.
He's like front row. I think his daughter had stuff in the show.
Oh, yeah.
which is why he's there. And he's sitting there hunched over with his fingers in his ears, just like trying to get through it. Which is to me just so fucking funny.
The most Larry David thing.
To be in the front row of a Fashion Week show where people would kill to be there, and he's
That's
just like, "Get me
That's
out of
that's
here."
an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, right
It is.
there.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like-
All you have to do is have someone trip over his abnormally long legs, and you have an episode.
that's why that show is funny, because it's just there's no acting. It's just Larry David. It's just Larry David being Larry David.
Yeah, right. It's a slightly exaggerated version of a guy who doesn't want to be anywhere doing anything.
That's my favorite bit from the Saturday Night Live 40th anniversary thing. This like Jerry Seinfeld talking to him. It's like, hey, Larry, you going to the after party? He goes, no. Why would I do that?
Why would I do that?
No. It's like, no.
Oh, why did I do that?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I know people like this shit and get into it,
Sure.
but I guess I just don't totally
Actually,
understand.
speaking of my ex, she's like, she's working for, I think it's Nike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just gonna plug my ex. You know, good for her. She's like, she's living her dream. That's what she went to school for. That's what she always wanted to do. So like,
That's awesome.
it's like it's like I said, it's no dumber than anything else. So you can.
Yeah.
So on Disney Plus, there's a series called Jeff Goldblum Explains the World.
It's a great show.
Really?
The very first
It's a really good show.
But the very first episode is about the subculture surrounding sneakers.
Okay, this is something I know you understand.
Oh yeah, very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like meets of like dozens of dudes with tables buying, selling, trading sneakers.
I guess it's like the guitar show we went to, but for sneakers.
Yeah,
Right?
thousands of dollars.
I don't get that.
It's fucking wild. I mean, sneakers are pretty cool.
That's what this episode is. You guys explain to me why I should give a shit about practical fashion.
The most expensive pair of shoes I own is $400. So,
Okay.
do you know what I mean? That's not even close to how high some of these go.
I would put that in that affordable luxury category where you don't buy them all the time, but it's a nice thing to
Well,
have.
you don't buy them all the time.
Right.
I buy a lot of shoes.
That's true, you do. I have one pair of shoes. Do you know that?
Do you really?
I have one pair of shoes. I own one
Hold
pair
on. I
of
will.
shoes.
I will count them and tell you how many I have.
I have my flip flops. I have my my Timberlands.
Yeah.
I have
Good call though on the Tims.
and
know
I
the
have my snow boots, and that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I guess my bowling shoes. If you count the bowling shoes.
Yeah, we're gonna include those. We're gonna include those in the list.
Let me think.
So
It's a fancy night out. I'm putting on my bowling shoes. Ladies.
Oh
You're still
God.
counting your shoes?
Yeah, I have to think about it. It's a lot.
20?
At least.
so
30?
I don't think it's quite to 30. It's like 24, 25 pairs of shoes.
That's pretty good. That doesn't seem that unreasonable to me.
It's
a lot.
not. It's a lot, but it's not like.
Yeah.
But I'm not also not a basketball player, so I don't have a whole closet dedicated to shoes.
Right.
Like I'm Carrie fucking Bradshaw. I would love that.
Do you buy them to coordinate to your clothing, or do you? Okay, so you look at shoes and you think I could wear this with this, and you start to go, all right, I need to own that.
So
shoe.
like right now, I don't have a lot of like so the pair that I really wanted, that I really want next, because it'll coordinate with a lot more of my outfits is and I want to design them myself because you can do that on Nike's website. I'm a Nike head, so
Yeah.
like I love Nike in particular.
Yeah.
Some of the high end Adidas are great. I like Yeezys because every sneakerhead has to have a pair of Yeezys.
Okay.
those little Vietnamese children do such great work.
They do. They really do.
Shout out to the little Vietnamese
Yep.
kids.
Thanks for the shoes,
Thanks
guys.
for the shoes.
God.
Keeping it real over there in Ho Chi Minh City.
I want to see the blood on the soles.
Oh my God.
No, so I want a pair. I want a pair of Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
But I want blue ones, and I think I want to go. When you do Air Force, I have a pair of Air Force Ones, but I have the low tops. You can go low top, high top, or boot cut.
Yeah.
And then there's all sorts of like different options you can go with them. Like you can change the colors, you can custom build them all yourself. The boot cut comes with straps, like you can, and I love the look of straps on shoes, like the Velcro straps on top.
Oh,
like
okay,
they
yeah,
lace
yeah.
and then they Velcro strap up
Yeah.
top.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like so, I want to do the blue high top boots with the dual Velcro strap, light blue, because it'll coordinate with a lot more of the stuff I have. I have a lot of white.
Right.
I have like. The most recent pair I bought are those Nike Adapts, the 2.0s.
Are those the ones that it's like
They
the
auto
bluish
lace.
and it's got like a what's the one that's got like a sort of a opaque plastic over the top kind of thing? And
Oh,
it's got-
those are the Kyries. Those are last year's Kyries.
those were sharp looking shoes.
Yeah, they're sick, dude.
Yeah.
I keep them clean too. I'm one of those weirdos who like soaps his shoes and scrubs them and like,
Yeah.
So yeah, the most recent one are the Adapts that I bought, the auto lacers, like I'm in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Not designed for people like me. It's really actually a great concept. They're designed for people who are handicapped who still want to have style, who can't
Yes.
like lace their own shoes.
but still cool
But
for
they're
everyone
still
else.
but they're still fucking rad for everyone else,
Yeah.
which is the whole point of the line.
Yeah.
Because they know sneakerheads will pay for it, and I did.
Right.
Because I got an insanely good deal on them. They're $400 shoes. I think I paid like $240.
Because that's the thing too. Like products that are made for people with physical disabilities in mind can't be marketed that way because they're not going to sell as much.
Right.
I got what you. Yeah, that happens a lot, doesn't it?
That happens especially in infomercials for products that
The Where Did the Soda Go subreddit
where
has
did
all
the
these.
soda go? Yeah, but you think about it. The slap chop, for example.
Yeah.
If you can't use like two hands to mince ingredients, you can just slap the shit out of
It is nifty. It's a nifty thing. Like,
Oh, it's cool.
yeah.
It's really cool.
I like the slap chop.
Me too.
Yeah, and it's pretty good practically
Yeah.
for like everyone, and also of course that fucking Vince guy did a great job of
He did.
becoming a living meme and
Yeah.
and
On purpose. Like he.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to that dude after
gotta
he beat
love
up
my
that
nuts.
prostitute, or that prostitute beat him up?
The prostitute beat him up.
Yeah. What happened to that guy?
I don't know. He was still doing infomercials after that because
Yeah.
they address it in some of the infomercials,
I
just to be cute. Yeah, they did. They were like perfectly aware of what he did and they don't care
Holy
because
shit.
it's still marketable. But no, like okay, so I guess for my link, I understand that because I have
Yeah.
I have like a $3,000 shoe collection.
Yeah, right.
Like,
So that's the thing. That's a fashion thing,
And baseball
that I don't-
caps.
And that's the thing I don't understand. I need help understanding
It's
why.
just a
Why
thing.
is it that I get nothing out of looking at these shoes? I mean, they look cool, but
it's
that's
just
it.
a thing. Okay, so like, sorry, go ahead, Ben. I'm talking too much.
No, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, shut up, Chris.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think this ties into what you were saying about the purpose of practical fashion, which is that it's one of those things where the greater an understanding you have of practical day to day, every man kind of fashion.
Yeah.
The better. It's one of those things where when you know the rules, you can start really breaking the rules.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What did Warhol say? Art is whatever you can get away with.
Yeah.
It's the same principle. Yeah.
Okay. So you talk about like beyond just traditional, like, this matches with this, wear this kind of thing with this,
Yeah. But
So it does end up being a form of expression, I guess.
oh yeah, totally.
Think about like the grunge style in the 90s where like everybody was just wearing flannel for no reason.
Yeah. Right.
And high top Converse. Like, like it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you know like what kind of goes together and what doesn't go together, you can sort of explore that gray area of like, well, what if I push it a bit and
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking about this, and the reason the topic came up is just like I'm realizing I don't dress with any purpose at all.
me neither.
Like for years and years and years, my uniform has been a t-shirt and jeans, and that's it. One pair of shoes, no accessories.
yeah.
And I think about like especially like you in particular, Chris, you have a lot of interesting clothing.
Yeah.
And like wild pattern shirts
Yep.
and cool shoes. I'm just trying to understand what it is I'm missing. Why don't I care about this?
Because I guess the best way I can break it down is, and like I wear shit like this. Like, okay, I'm wearing my ODST t-shirt and a pair of basketball shorts right now because we're in comfy mode and we're just doing the podcast and kicking around. The thing is, and you don't realize it until you try and do it. You do feel better when you look good.
Oh yeah.
When you feel like you look good at the very least, like if you're dressed up, or you like not even like putting on like your Sunday best, but when you're like when you put in
When you are coordinated.
when you're coordinated, when you put in
Yeah.
like 20% effort into how you look.
Yeah.
Things like matching your shoes to your outfit or
Yeah.
like I have a bunch of sweater vests. When it gets cold out, you'll see them like matching flannels. I have a lot of flannels.
Yeah.
Matching your sweater vest to your flannels to the color of your pants to what color hat you're wearing, things like that. When you put in the slightest bit of effort, you do feel good standing in front of the mirror.
And
yeah, I think that's true.
the best way,
I haven't felt like that in a minute.
the best way, early recommendation, the best way to vicariously feel that and also to just see firsthand what a difference, a coordinated wardrobe makes. Watch the Queer Eye series on Netflix.
That's incredible.
That's the thing. I fucking love that.
It's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
You see people completely transformed by an outfit.
And they're not doing anything outrageous. They're like
No.
beard trimming, haircut.
Just fucking sexy ass tan Frans teaching
Right.
men to tuck their shirts in a little bit.
Right.
God, I love Tan so much.
Everyone,
Jesus
man. God, he's so good looking.
Classy motherfucker.
God, he's so good looking.
It's fucking evil how good looking
It shouldn't be right.
So, like, you remember that one episode with the it was the dude who was getting ready for his daughter's wedding.
Yes.
He had the huge beard,
The big beard.
several teeth
Yeah,
missing. They got him falsies. They got him clean. The
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
the dude
He looked
came out of
great.
it looking like 15 years younger.
He looked
Yeah.
like the J.C. Penney's winter men's catalog.
It was unbelievable.
Really good.
Yeah.
And that's like, and it wasn't like designer ass clothing. It was like normal shit that anybody can go to the store and buy.
Yeah, right.
So like, there's something to it. You genuinely feel better when you look nice.
Well, I was talking about this with Christy a couple of weeks ago, which I'm sure is why this was on my mind and why I thought that it should be a thing we talk about is I would like to do good fashion. As Joe Paris says.
Yeah.
Teach me to do good fashion.
I would like to, with the more as I lose weight going into the future, I would love to like kind of redo my wardrobe and see what I can.
I bet you're already losing some weight, aren't you?
I don't know. I haven't stepped on a scale since I went to the doctor's office.
Well, it just strikes me that like you're probably losing some weight because you're putting a lot less calories in you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so.
The thing is, like, take risks. You got to be able to, like, like I like outrageous stuff. Like I have that. I almost wore it tonight. That I have a shirt that is patterned like in this hyper psychedelic fashion.
Is it the tank top I'm thinking of?
No. It's it's the shirt that's patterned off of a bunch of scenes and characters from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and it's all over the shirt. Like, just the whole thing is fucking patterned.
That's sick.
And it's like it's got like Raoul Duke on the front, like we can't stop here. This is back country.
Yeah,
So,
right.
And there's a sign on the back that says "Don't gamble with marijuana." Like the right under the Vegas sign.
Right.
So it's like this wild pattern. You gotta like.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun to dress, and you don't even have to do it. You dress normal. I like to throw a little swag in there, which is why I like funky colored shoes and all sorts of shit.
Right. I don't know. I kind of would like to dress sort of like I'd like to do more button downs and like long sleeves that look kind of nice. I used to do a lot of that.
Yeah.
I think the reason I stopped caring about what because I did used to care what I looked like.
Well, yeah. The thing is, a lot of that as men in particular, I think, like your average everyday normal guy.
Yeah.
I think that falls apart a little bit when you partner up with someone and you get really comfortable with them.
Yeah,
because
you're not peacocking anymore.
But the thing is, you should, and I don't even do it as much as I should. You should care.
Yeah.
Because typically speaking, your partner cares. Like about what they look like, so you should, you know what I mean. Like
the bar for men is so fucking low.
I have changed outfits. I have changed outfits because my wife she looks so much better than I do with the clothes that she picks.
Yeah.
So she'll come out and be like, "What do you think?" And like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "I think I'm fucking underdressed now because you look really good."
Yeah, that happens with me and Aubrey a lot
all
too.
the time. So it's like, and the other thing, this is like stupid important, guys. Any guys listening at home?
Use guys.
When your partner asks you your opinion on what they're wearing, take the time to actually look at that and give them your honest opinion.
Which I do that.
It's so important. I fucking hate guys who are like, whatever. Like, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Give them a genuine, they're actually asking your opinion because they care what you think.
Yeah.
Give them a genuine opinion. And don't just be like, yeah, that's fine. You gotta be like, you gotta fucking look at the outfit and like, I'll make sure she'll be like, take them off and change them. So you could, you know what I mean? Because like, if you want my opinion, I'm gonna fucking make sure I give it to you.
The thing is, I always whatever outfit Christy puts together, literally always looks awesome to me. I don't have a nuanced opinion,
but you have to. You have to start to formulate what you like.
That's good advice.
It'll help you. It'll help you because then you can ask the same thing of them, and you don't always have to agree,
right?
But I think like me personally, I'm most comfortable in wintertime, pair of jeans. Whatever shoes I feel like wearing, tank like a wife beater underneath or like an undershirt, button up flannel, and like a sweater vest over top with a winter hat.
Yeah,
I like that look a lot.
This is the Kyle Broflovsky.
I miss when I was skinny enough to remember that leather jacket I would wear in the fall.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's in the garage right now.
Oh, it might be, yeah. That leather jacket with the flat cap.
Yeah.
That I used to wear in the fall. I used to love that outfit.
Yeah.
I think it's been a while since I've been able to fit in that though. And I think the hat smells weird now too.
See, I used to go to the Village Discount Outlet and put together an interesting.
Village was great.
Yeah, that's the thing is we don't really have that now.
No.
But I used to love going and like putting
Walk out
together
in the club
something.
like, what up? I got a big cock. I'm just pumped. I bought some shit from the thrift shop. Ice on the fringe. It's so damn frosty.
Yeah.
I should boot up The
song.
Sims sometime this weekend and just brainstorm some fashion shit.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I really do want to do something about this.
You should.
Because it's at this point,
Let's make you over.
you guys, can you queer eye me?
I will absolutely queer eye you.
Okay.
You need women involved because we're not actually queer. So like you gotta have like women help.
The thing is, I'm 100% certain. Christy has already said she will help me do this.
2 straight guys and like a couple straight women, I
Yeah.
think equals a couple queer guys.
sure what the math is.
I'm doing the queer.
It's
I'm
like
doing
one
the
and a
queer
half.
math.
It's like 1.5.
I'm gonna write that down because I think that's.
Thank you for the gay math. That's
Yeah.
important. It ends up equaling like 1.5 sensible gay men.
Yes.
I don't know, but yeah, it's something I want to do. I mean, like right now my default is buy a 5 or 6 pack of t-shirts,
Right.
and wear the same jeans forever.
And like you don't have to sacrifice the t-shirts. You can incorporate the t-shirts into the t-shirts, short sleeve button up over top, things
Yeah.
like that. Just simple. Like if you like I like t-shirts too. I own a shitload of t-shirts.
Here's a question: what looks cool as hell that you can't rock?
What looks cool as hell that I can't rock?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you a good example.
I think punk leather jacket is cool as hell, and I could never rock it.
dude, fucking
zippers all over the thing.
the jean jacket with the patches on it.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
cool
yeah.
look.
That is a cool look. I can't do it. Or skinny tie.
Oh yeah,
The like black shirt, skinny white tie, or skinny black tie.
Yeah,
When
skinny
you're
tie.
over a certain weight, it just
it just doesn't look right.
it doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
My uncle is from Argentina, so he's got the real like deep bronze skin, and he can pull off. And he's got money, so he dresses. And I'm a designer guy too. I like designer stuff. So, but he always dresses in like these like lots of like big vibrant reds like this, like real
yeah.
deep, or blues. These really like loud, expressive colors. And because he has the skin tone he has, and he looks like a suave Argentinian man, he can pull it off.
Yeah.
And I can't pull off the white leather shoes with the
Yeah.
gold buckle and the deep red jacket. It's like stuff like that color on your vape pen there.
Oh yeah, that like really rich,
Real rich,
almost like fire engine red. Yeah.
Like I can't pull off those colors. I wish I could, but like I like bold a lot. So, but I have to tone my bold
Yeah.
around what I look like because I can't always pull it off the same way.
Yeah, I'm too big to wear a lot of the clothes that I would otherwise
I feel
like
that's
to
a
wear.
problem. That's a problem, right?
Yeah.
That's harder. It's harder. It seems like.
Yeah. Like those, those, I don't even know if there's a name for them, but they're like those shirts from the 60s with the vertical stripes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And like it's kind of lighter in the middle and darker on the outsides.
Yeah, yeah.
Short sleeves.
Kind of feels like a bowling.
Like a
shirt.
bowling shirt, kind of, yeah.
A bit, yeah. Yeah, and then like tuck that into like a nice pair of white slacks or something.
Yeah, I have a couple pairs of white pants, incidentally. I don't wear them often, but
Yeah.
they're fucking.
I'm such a messy fucking eater. I would worry.
Right. It's like
I get a meatball on my belly in like 3 seconds.
Right.
one of my favorite outfits that I've only worn once. I have a white linen suit at home.
Oh, really?
Like, I fucking love it.
I bet
But
it's real comfy.
It is. It's heavy because it's linen, but it's
Yeah.
like it's a like full white linen suit, but like you don't wear a shirt and tie underneath it. You wear like a sweater or something, and it just. But I can't wear it because I'm fucking messy. So it's like, but I love it, like that clean look that
Yeah.
Let's put on our nicest white suits and go get some spaghetti, right?
Yeah, let's go get some spaghetti.
Spaghetti time.
Spaghetti time.
If I was at a better weight, I would be wearing more vests, I think.
Yeah.
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 The thing is, the vest look is tailor made for fat guys. You just have to find the right colors.
Yeah.
You can't use bold. You got to go with browns, dark greens, blacks, things like that, like real dark, like this color. You know what I mean? This color. You got to go with the plaid. Looks really good on bigger guys, but like the sweater vest look with a long sleeve shirt is tailor made for big guys.
I got
like
you.
tailor made.
I really like patterned, like interesting patterned
Yeah.
button down, kind of like long sleeve.
Yeah.
I like
Me
that
too.
look a lot.
Me too.
And maybe with some like a khaki pant,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But I do just feel like I don't know. I just feel too fat to pull it off.
No.
That's really all of that.
No, you just have to like. Okay, so like, you gotta every once in a while like just look at GQ, just like go on GQ's website because they have tips for like big dudes too.
Yeah.
Big dudes can style. You don't have to, like, you don't,
Well, yeah, I don't know. My body's so awkwardly shaped right now, though. Like my weight goes to like the ugliest fucking places.
Me too.
No, like you're much more solidly built. Like mine is just like my stomach comes out like this.
So, dude, what the fuck? I mean, look at this. Look at this.
yeah. I mean, like, I gotta.
It's just bowl full of jelly. Man.
Yeah, mine hangs over my dick. Like, it's bad. It's not a good look.
No, it's terrible.
But you can work with anything.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's the thing is that's what we were supposed to learn from Queer Eye after 4 seasons of the reboot is anyone can look a little better.
Yeah.
But for some reason, that's a hard thing to carry into your real life.
Sure.
There's just some good looking men on that show, man.
Yep. It's ridiculous.
Good-looking.
Each one better looking than the
Yeah,
last.
they just look good. All of them.
Yeah. Although Tan France really is.
Tan France is incredible.
I think the entire world has a crush on Tan France.
oh, yeah.
Look at him. He's just
That silver shock of
oh
hair.
God, and it's perfectly coiffed in every episode.
Cute accent.
God, he's just
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 delish.
It should be a crime to look that good.
It really should.
But you don't have to be that
Yeah.
nervous about it. There's a way to
I guess you're right.
pull it off, man.
Do you wish the cape would come back?
No,
I think capes are cool.
no,
Yeah.
they're not cool.
I think they're cool.
They're not cool.
Now,
I
okay,
wish you could
well,
bring back the cape.
Now, the halfway mark for that, I would say, is a nice raincoat.
Yeah, or a duster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cape, but with sleeves.
I think a duster is way harder to pull off in
A pea coat.
A pea coat.
Oh yeah, pea coats.
Pea coats look good on everybody.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Pea coats are nice.
Doesn't matter what size you are, they always look good.
Yeah, I think just like a good long, overcoat for colder weather. I think is the more modern solution to a cape.
Yeah, I
so
think
that
so.
you're not walking around like role playing as Jack the Ripper.
But with the cape, you get the interior sort of lining, and it could be like bright red, and you look like Dracula. It's really cool, right?
It's not. It's not cool.
No, you see why I need help?
It's not cool. You look like one of those guys on YouTube where like all women are queens. Like, that's what you look like. It's not cool.
Oh God,
Capes are not cool.
I don't know. I wish that they were cool. Then how's that? I wish they were cool.
That's fair, but they're not.
The
Please don't
only
wear
way, I think the only way you could wear a cape and have it look cool is if maybe just like over one shoulder and the rest of your outfit is like military dress. You got
Yeah.
the epaulettes on your shoulders.
Yeah, I was thinking
You got
there's uniforms like military uniforms that invoke the cape still that use the cape.
Sure.
Yeah, but men in uniform are buff and look good. Like the military,
And I've actually been in the military.
right. Like the dress uniforms in really any branch of the military look really good.
Yeah.
On those people.
What do you think is ugly as sin that people wear? I don't know that I have strong opinions about most of it.
Beyond Crocs.
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 I have a fucking pure hatred of Crocs.
They are not good.
They're like the anti-sneakerhead sneaker.
Yeah.
Oh, how about those glove shoes that have
for
been,
runners?
yeah.
The ones where your toes are individually. Yeah, those are weird as
That's
fuck.
okay for socks. It is not okay for shoes.
It's so weird.
It is weird.
It's okay for socks.
I give it as a runner's thing though.
I had athletic socks like when I was at the post office to like keep your toes from blistering because they separate them and keep them from rubbing individually.
Okay.
But like shoes,
Yeah.
it's a bad look, dude.
Yeah, it's
You
weird.
look like Fred Flintstone. Stop it.
Yeah, and they all have like a textured thing underneath because you're usually meant for running, right?
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah,
not?
specifically for like outdoor stuff. It's supposed to be so that your toes can naturally grip,
Yeah.
like how you would if you were monkey.
God, I bet they get gross.
They look.
Oh,
they make you look like a jackass. So it's like, please stop wearing those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not a Crocs. I'm glad you brought that up. Crocs in particular are
Crocs.
just bad. They're not good.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
You know what I always thought looked good is like leather wrist strap kind of thing.
like you're Rob Halford. Like
I don't know.
hell bent for leather.
I just always thought it was like a cuff. You know what I mean? I always thought they looked.
So
cool.
I used to wear like the wristband. Like I had
Yeah.
a Megadeth wristband that I used to wear in high school. Those were cool.
Yeah.
But the, like leather,
I don't know.
unless you're like pulling off the goth look,
Yeah. Right.
looks good on like the goth or like the scene look, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
But not on. Not if like that's just part of the outfit.
I mean, I don't like all the rivets and shit, but like just something understated. I think is
That reminds me.
look kind of classy.
The next time I come into some money, I should
not.
get a really nice wristwatch.
Oh, dude, yeah. The watch is like the perfect. I'm gonna buy a Rolex. They sell. You can get checked and assured Rolexes that people sell on eBay, and eBay will for free authenticate them for you.
Cool.
That's nice.
And they start at like you can get like a Rolex for like $2,000. You know what I mean? Which is like I know that's a
I think I'll
lot.
start smaller than that.
Okay, so Gucci makes watches, and you can get a decent Gucci watch that's fucking Gucci for like $400 or $500.
Right.
I am no Padawan. I am Gucci fucking Mane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's a kind of thing that, like, you know, those kind of accessories. I don't think I can get away with any of them
No, you could.
at all.
Well,
You could if you coordinated the outfit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
like I'm not just gonna wear like a nice wristwatch with what I'm wearing right now.
Right.
Right.
You look like an asshole.
Right.
I'll give you a good tip.
Okay.
Get good cologne. Stop buying cheap fucking cologne.
Yeah, you know,
everybody, stop.
I don't even think I have any cologne left.
Stop.
I really don't.
No, stop buying. Everybody buys the fucking $20 shitty cologne. Stop
Yeah.
buying shitty cologne. Buy.
What's the one that you gave us a little sample?
Versace?
Versace.
Yeah, I gave you the light blue for Versace, which I have a bottle of at home.
I
can't
really
remember.
liked that
It's
one.
really good cologne.
Yeah.
And you have to wear it around. So when you go to sample cologne, you have to spritz it on, walk around, like go to the counter, have them spray you, walk around with it, and then bring your partner with you. Or if you don't, go back to the counter and have the lady behind there smell you, because that's specifically like what they're there for.
Yeah.
Because cologne, the way cologne works, good cologne, is it naturally mixes with the oils on your skin and it changes in scent over time. So the longer you wear it, there's like layers to the scent.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like a decent cologne will have 3, 4, 5 layers. Some of the like custom built ones, there's like several layers of scent that wear down and mature over time.
Yeah,
just
and-
like wine or
right out of the bottle, there's like alcohol and stuff that has to like waft off, right?
But it like it pairs with your skin. So walk around for 30 minutes after you spray some on, and then go back and see what it smells like.
Well, I should mention it's only cologne if it comes from the Cologne region of France. Otherwise it's just sparkling stink water.
That's good.
Nice.
I like that. But yeah, no, like okay. So I wear. If you want women to go, I'm going to give you This is a hot tip for every guy listening to this podcast.
Okay.
If you want women to seek you out and go, man, you smell really good, wear Aqua de Jo.
Or the Burger King
Whopper cologne.
cologne.
Yeah.
Sure.
Aqua de Jo.
I'm sure that's not how it's spelled.
That is not
Aqua
de Jo.
wait. Aqua D-U
D-I.
D-I Jeaux.
That's close. I have to look at the bottle. Actually, I don't know if I remember how to spell it, but that's closer than Aqua de Jo.
Aqua de Jo.
Aqua de Jo. Jo.
Jo.
Yeah. If you
It's just very. It's just a good scent.
everybody goes, oh, you smell good. And
Yeah.
like I'm telling you, I wore that shit since I was in high school. And just if you want the opposite sex to respond to you, you should wear that stuff because
Yeah.
it always works.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or the same sex, as the case
Or
may
the
be,
same sex,
if
yeah. If that's
right.
your
That's
thing.
your jam.
It works. It really works.
Yeah, I really gotta. I gotta get myself some better clothes.
I just feel like it'd be nice to step up my game a little bit.
should do
Because
it.
right now I
Yeah.
got like literally none as far as fashion is concerned.
Yep.
You know?
Trim yourself up. I'm rocking I'm so happy. I found a facial hair orientation that kind of works.
Yeah, dude. Looks good on
I'm
you.
rocking the mustache, everybody.
The mustache looks good
Mustache
on you.
is there. It doesn't look pedophilic. I don't think.
I don't think that your mustache says
I'd fuck kids.
I'd fuck kids.
Now that's like a copper fireman mustache, if anything.
Yes, that's what I'm going for. Is like the longer fireman-y kind of look. I want it to bush up a little. I can't grow facial hair well.
Me
So-
neither. This is about as good as it gets.
But that's still better than what mine is, because mine is like really patchy. You can at least yours like
Hey, you got a full beard.
yours fills better than mine does. I want the like, you know what, the beard that I want the Rick Grimes like season 4 beard. When everything is like at its worst for them, and he's got that full like all the way up to the lips beard, just all the way through. That's the beard I want.
That's a good beard.
That's a good beard.
I think
And I can't do it.
I think my beard goes pretty high and gets pretty full, but I can't ever really shape around my neck in a way I like.
I think like with some trimming, like
some
some
an angle along the jawline.
trimming
more.
and some oil that you can like slick it.
Yeah, I got the
you know.
the beard soap and beard oil that Ben gave me.
Yeah.
I need to work on this.
Very
beard.
important to take care of your facial hair,
Your bird
and your balls for that matter.
and your balls.
Shape your balls up.
Shape your balls up. Get down there.
Yeah, get down there.
Get down there with
That's
a
hey man, that
mirror.
is technically part of fashion.
Right.
You're just accessorizing your body at that point.
It's true.
It's true, right? Am I crazy? Like that's
No, I mean you
just
styling your pubes is
Yeah.
is definitely fashion.
Yep.
High fashion. I want
Or low fashion.
I want to sculpt my pubes into like a sailboat.
Yeah. I know. Hey, man, I know what I like. I don't know how personal I'm going to get here, but I know what I like.
Yeah.
So, like on my own body, not on other guys' bodies.
Yeah, just I keep it relatively tight.
Yeah.
You know.
Give them the old high and tight, like you're like you're a recruit.
Yeah, my penis has a flat top.
High and tight. I told my boss the other day because everybody got a haircut at work.
Started dressing him as private parts.
They've been picking on me because I have gray hair, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Come on, man, you gotta go get a haircut. Go get a haircut." And I'm like, everybody at the pro desk got a haircut except me, and my boss was like, "Come on, man, you go get a haircut. You go get the high and tight." And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna get a high and tight."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why not?" I said, "Because I don't suck dick." I'm like, no,
No.
it just doesn't look good on me.
No, yeah. I think you got a really good look going.
Do I?
Yeah, and the silver in your hair really takes it over the top too.
Yeah.
You're looking good.
I'm not dyeing it. I'm letting it go. It's going.
Yeah, dude.
It's
If I start going gray, I'll be very happy.
If I don't lose it, that's fine. I'll let it go.
You think what my hairline? Do you think it's creeping back?
A little.
You guys have known me a while.
A little, but not like.
No?
It's not like you're not balding. You're just losing your
Yeah, I think it's just coming up in the corners.
parts. That's
Yeah.
what mine's doing because it's
Yeah.
like, hold on, let me.
I think even dudes who don't necessarily lose all their hair, they get that pattern
Right up here is where it's
Uh-huh.
really
Yeah.
starting to
right
roll
up in
back.
that corner there.
Right up in the corner because that's where I part it.
Yeah,
But
right.
it, it's not falling out.
You got a really full hairline, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I've never.
You're not losing your hair.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I feel tremendously bad for because by and large I think most women don't care
No, I don't think so
Nah.
either. And I think the bald look looks so good on so
certain
many
people.
dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. But it's like I feel bad for dudes who are so self-conscious about that because it's like it sucks, dude. You don't that's like
I feel
For
worse
so
for dudes.
many guys, that's such a point of vanity that it's like.
I feel worse for dudes whose hair gets really, really thin, then goes all the way back because it's a struggle.
Yeah.
I see those guys frustrated with it. You know, I mean, like, I don't know.
I remember an episode of Penn and Teller's bullshit about hair.
Yeah.
Specifically about the insecurities men have about their hair.
It's a real thing. It's like, it sucks.
Yeah, well, that episode had the guy with the world's best comb over in it.
Yeah.
That guy who's like a stage magician who like swirls all the hair from one side of his head into this unbelievable looking, very full comb over.
Yeah, with like 8 or 9 different products.
Yeah, there's all different
and
steps.
different stages and steps.
Spray color.
Yeah.
And it looks, I mean, I don't know how it looks up close and personal, but on camera, it looks pretty good.
It's very convincing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of losing your hair, we were going through old photographs at my grandparents' house, and we found photos of my grandfather from the '80s.
Okay.
When he had balded and lost his hair and had a fucking toupee.
Yeah.
Like the worst toupee you've ever seen. And my mom and I were fucking dying because he just looked so.
Oh God.
He looked like fucking John Waters.
Oh,
like, picture
yeah.
John Waters with a black toupee and the pencil thin mustache. That's what he looked like. It was
That's fucking
so
great.
fucking funny.
Well, that's the thing is, like, when you wear stuff like that, especially if it doesn't look really, really good, you're just better off.
Just deal with it.
But I don't think that was an option back then for dudes to just shave the head the way it is now.
Yeah.
And it came into fashion, and so it's maybe in the 90s. Where it's like, all right, fuck it, just shave the whole thing.
Yeah, like right around the time Maynard James Keenan came around, like the second Tool album, it was cool to shave your head.
Yeah, right.
It was like, yeah, all right,
But I was listening to the H3 podcast recently, and Dan was talking about, because he's like a dude that shaved his head,
Yeah.
and he's like, you don't know what you got until you do it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know until you shave your head what kind of head you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a very scary proposition, right?
Yeah.
Is it me, or am I just like, is this just in my imagination? Does it seem like white men have much more of a problem with going bald than black men?
Yes, I think you're right.
You mean like a problem with hair loss?
Yeah, well, like,
Or just with their acceptance of hair
their
loss?
acceptance of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think because black people have more important things to worry about than what their head looks like.
Yes, but like even those black men who don't necessarily have
Yeah.
I
I think it's been cool for black dudes to have like really short hair or shaved heads longer than it was cool for white dudes.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's true. I think that's kind of a thing.
That's yeah, okay. I didn't know if that was something that I was like making up perceptually, but it always seemed to me like like white dudes have much more trouble accepting.
Yeah, that
baldness.
might also be like a white hair and black hair thing.
I think that maybe.
Fabio hair is a white people thing, right?
I think maybe white guys are more self-conscious about it just because I don't know how to say this without sounding weird. Maybe black dudes, maybe there's like, because my perception is that black dudes look better with bald heads than white dudes. That's not true. That's 100% not true.
No, but it does feel like
but that's
somehow
but like that is as a man, like maybe socially that's what we believe.
It feels cooler on a black dude.
It feels
somehow.
cooler on a black dude somehow. Maybe
I
just because
kinda
black
feel-
people are cooler than we are.
Maybe that's really the root of it.
But like, do you know what I mean? Like as a man, and this is also a problem. Maybe this is why men feel such vanity for that, like losing their hair. Like as a white guy, that's like the fucking worst thing you could imagine. like for your own self-image, right?
Yeah, right.
But
Hair is it's funny because full luxurious hair
yeah.
is like seen as a sign of virility.
Virility, yeah.
Meanwhile, if your testosterone's really high, you're losing hair.
You're losing
Yeah.
hair. Yeah.
So if you got pattern baldness, you got some fucking
meat nuts.
yeah. You got,
Yeah. Meat nuts.
meat nuts. What does that mean? What? You got real meat nuts.
Yeah, real meat nuts.
Yeah.
I'm real meaty and real nutty.
But it's true. Like if your testosterone's high, you're
Honey
losing
nut
hair.
mediums.
What? What'd you say?
Nothing.
Honey
Honey Nut Medios.
you had asked. You're telling me some honey nutted into these Cheerios?
That's a weird one, Chris. I don't even know why you went there. Honey,
I don't know, what am I talking about?
You're telling me a banana nutted into this bread?
You telling me a shrimp fried this rice? Telling me a chicken fried this steak?
You had asked a bit ago what something I find ugly fashion wise 100% of the time, and that is dreads on a white dude.
Oh God, really good point. It does not look good, does it?
It does not work. That the dreads are something that you're supposed to do with black hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the hair of a black person, not like
Yeah, right. Not with dark hair,
Right.
but like specifically coarse textured black hair.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes.
it makes more sense in that context.
Yeah, and even then they have to be maintained.
Yeah, white dreadlocks just look very clumpy.
Yeah.
I've only seen one white dude pull off the dreads.
Yeah.
One white dude.
Adam Duritz, lead singer of the Counting Crows. No.
No, my buddy Ed dreaded his hair in high school.
Yeah.
Maybe just because he had that like bigger dude, just
Yeah.
like, but he was rocking like the comfy ghetto white guy look.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's just like baggy sweats, like baggy sweatshirt. He
I'm sure it
just
can look good.
he did like, you know, like I would call that look ghetto chic. He just had the like, and he had like sandy blonde hair and he short dreads.
Okay.
So like here, they looked all right.
But if you put a Rasta big bean hat on that,
No.
it falls apart real fucking
Yeah.
quick.
Well, yeah,
I
because
think it's just maybe like he owned it. Like he just was like,
sure.
You can kind of own most things, and you
there's-
sell it, right?
But there's two things about that. The Rasta thing specifically. One is, there's the question of white people wearing dreads. Is that cultural appropriation? Yes, it is.
yeah, I agree.
And,
I think so.
And number two, I think a bigger problem is that like probably 99% of white dudes with dreads don't actually clean their dreads. They don't actually maintain them in the same way that like an actual dedicated Rastafarian would do.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Where it's it's against the religion to cut your hair or your beard.
Yeah, that's the thing. Honestly, I think it's cultural appropriation if you're not Rastafarian.
Yeah, I think so.
Regardless of color, because like that's a big part of the.
Well, yeah, but I mean, dreads have been around since before Rastafarianism.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Aboriginal Australians did their hair up in dreads.
Rastafari. Incidentally, early rec. Watch the Bob Marley documentary. I think it's called Marley. It's like 3.5 hours.
Oh yeah,
And it like chronicles his life. If you are into like rude boy or reggae or ska or anything like that, dude, fucking incredible. The saddest thing I can think about, there's a scene like towards the end when his cancer got really bad and he decided like it was against his religion to do Western medicine, or it probably would have saved his life. But it got to the point where it was like, in order to like be able to see his family, he had to prolong it. So he had to do some course of treatment, and he ended up doing chemo. And he was surrounded by friends and family, and his hair started falling out. The saddest fucking thing in the world. I'm sorry to like bring the mood down, but like there's a scene where they're talking about like when one of his first dreads fell out, and they made the decision to just buzz his hair because he was just like
that's really sad.
It's fucking. It's like horrible. Like it's just and he was an awesome person. Like it's just. I only bring that up to say that like someone like that did not deserve it because he was genuinely a really good, he was an awesome dude.
Yeah, yeah.
And did a lot for that culture.
Complete flip side of that.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Channel 5 News interview that Andrew Callahan did with Chet Hanks?
Yeah, dude.
White boy summer.
White boy summer.
Boy Summer.
I bought one of those Channel 5 shirts.
Did you?
Yes. I
Give
bought
that
them before
guy,
they sold
give
out.
that fucking guy money.
Yep. Don't watch All Gas No Breaks because he
Nope.
doesn't own it anymore. Watch Channel 5.
That dude is, I mean, literally.
Yeah.
He's doing the kind of shit that Vice did when they were good.
Yeah, right.
That's what he's doing.
I mean, he drops into these environments and just kind of gets a sense of what. I mean, you really feel like you know what it's like to hang out with these people when you watch him interview people.
Yeah.
You get a sense of like what it's like to be at some of these crazy festivals or whatever. He's just very good at it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How far are we?
we're almost an hour 45.
Okay, so we're like on track. Have we anything else to say? Do you want us to address anything? See, you did have some shit to talk about.
I guess so.
Yeah, I feel like you always get down on yourself when we do these shows.
I mean, I don't know.
We always find ways to.
Of course.
Yeah.
We were just going to let you flounder for like an hour. Like,
Right. Well, the thing is, it really what concerned me is like I would like to do better, at like, fashion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I really feel like a part of me just doesn't understand it. I know it looks good on other people, but then I look at myself and I'm like, I don't.
Well, that's why you let other people help you
Yeah.
with your, you
Yeah,
know what you like, but other people are looking at it.
I need to get on one of those subscription services where they send you a whole crate full of clothes and you keep the ones you like and you send the rest of them back.
Yeah.
And just like measure my body and be like, all right, what can you put on this?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this was actually a topic I considered in the past.
Yeah.
And I just didn't really know how it would go,
Well, it
honestly.
seems like it's really important to like being a person.
Yeah.
Is like how you
look.
groom and dress yourself, and I don't know. I never give it enough thought.
Yeah, there's a lot of men out there who don't realize how important it is.
Yeah.
Myself included.
Yeah, right.
That's the thing is like I never realized, but Chris, I think you were the one that told me years ago. Is like, yeah, women look at your shoes. They will look down at your feet and see what shoes you are wearing.
Absolutely.
And they will also make inferences about you.
Excuse me,
From
lady, my
that.
dick is up here.
No, seriously, that's like if
Right.
you're, and that includes the people. I'm not just saying like to pick up a partner,
Right.
Like that includes the people that you are with.
yeah.
People will make, and I'm not saying it's right, but I am saying it's part of attraction.
Yeah.
To what you like, how you present yourself.
Yeah.
And okay, going to work. Like it's part of what people think of you when you go to work, and
Yeah.
it just perception is reality.
I mean, I've been at home so much for the last year and a half, but we're all starting to go out and get into the world more and more, and it just feels like now would be a good time to do something different.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Nothing wrong with it. Let's go shopping. We should all go shopping.
The thing is, I fucking hate shopping, but I think I could make myself like it.
Let's go shopping.
Yeah, I don't mind shopping.
I like shopping.
Where do you shop? This is a great question.
Okay, so
where do you shop?
Are you looking for like big and tall stuff?
I just want something that fits me.
Pro tip. So big and tall stuff. Don't go to big and tall shops because you're going to pay a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
Cost money to be fat.
Yeah.
You want to find a store with a decent big and tall section. Kohl's.
Yeah.
and Boardman. Really good place to look for big and tall clothing.
Okay.
JCPenney to a lesser extent, like not in the mall, but like the standalone one.
Yeah.
That's in Austin Town. That's a good place to go look for big and tall stuff. Kohl's is like the go-to starter place because it's like a wholesale place, lots of shit. Another good is it Dillard's? The Dillard's outlet in Niles.
Oh, okay.
There's a Dillard's outlet in Niles.
Okay.
And it's like
I'm literally gonna write this.
Not the Dillards at Southern Park Mall.
No, I think it is part of the mall. That's an outlet shop.
Oh, okay. Well, there is a Dillards in Boardman.
Oh no, it's in the plaza of the Eastwood Mall in Niles.
Okay.
It's in the plaza, but it's not part of the mall. It's a separate building.
Okay.
And it's the size of like 3 of the Dillards at the Southern Park Mall.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
It's big, and it's
Wow.
it's closeouts. It's all fucking
Really?
closeout stuff. And you can get, so I did a whole new wardrobe, and I'm talking like 30 outfits
Oh, really?
last year, $300.
Shut up.
No,
What?
like Just seriously, like I'm talking like accessories, suspenders. I like suspenders. Hats.
Oh, we should go shopping.
Suits. If you're looking for suits, suit jackets, things like that, that's a really good place. What are you guys doing tomorrow?
Seriously,
Well, I don't have any fucking money. So.
well, I don't basically until Friday, but
we can go. I mean, if you guys want to just go look and get an idea of what's out there, like I'm talking like designer clothes, 80-90% off.
are you serious?
Yeah, like fucking designer clothes.
I feel like I've been doing this wrong.
I'll show you. I'll take a picture of my closet and send it to you.
Can I tell you what usually happens when I go to look for clothes?
What?
Is I'll go either I'll have something very specific in mind. I'll go somewhere like Penny's and I'll get it. So it's like a in and out thing. Or maybe I'm like I went to the mall recently to kill some time, and I walk around and I look at the storefronts and I go, none of this shit is for me.
Yeah.
And I just walk out feeling like there's no place for me. So I want to go shopping with you.
All right. Let's see if my wife wants to come. My wife. She'll help you too.
Okay.
Well, we can make it. We can make a time out.
I'm sure. So I'm not sure if tomorrow works or not, but because we have the rehearsal thing with Gable,
in
but
the
that's in the
evening.
evening.
Yeah.
So maybe tomorrow would work.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to do good fashion. I bet Christy would come too. Oh boy, I bet she would actually really be excited about the prospect of putting me in clothing.
Aubrey too. Aubrey too, for that matter.
You know, this is a thing we should just do.
Super important to take women with you. Like seriously, as a straight guy, take women with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I as long as we're not out like all day.
No.
I want to do chill at home before we had to do the rehearsal.
Yeah.
But this sounds nice to me.
It does.
I don't know. Part of the thing is, I don't know. The things about me that make this impossible is, I generally don't really like looking at myself in the mirror. I'm a little bit cheap when it comes to stuff like this. But if you're saying 80-90% off at Dillard's,
I'm talking like a shitload of money off.
this is like, that changes the calculus quite a bit for me.
Yeah, and I mean like good looking stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and everything from casual to business casual to like tuxedos. Like they have everything.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sure my wife just texted me and was like, "Hell yeah." Okay.
No?
She said I work until 3. That's
okay.
not quite hell yeah.
Okay.
But we can go. We can go in the morning.
Okay.
If you can get.
I'm going to ask Christy after we're done with this what she thinks of this.
Yeah, I'll ask Aubrey when I get home. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should look, and they got everything there. So let's
Did we do it? Did we do fashion?
I think we did fashion.
We did fashion.
Okay.
Fashion.
Well, nice. Ooh. Well, that's a spicy little toot.
That wasn't the toot. That was the dogs.
Oh, right. That was the dogs upstairs. All right. Well, all right. Let's wrap this one up and go to a break here. And then we'll come back. I didn't learn. I learned a lot. I didn't write anything down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, color me surprised. Color me surprised.
I know. Big fucking.
It's taken me a while to get back into the swing of.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right. Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back with recommendations on what we learned, if anything.
Yep.
All right. Stick around.
Or don't.
Or don't. Go away. That's where it's at. That's it.
I was tricked. I was betrayed.
Slanderous troll.
And no slanderous troll will ever alter me as such.
What's the latest on Chris Chan anyway?
She is still in jail.
Okay.
Waiting trial.
Waiting trial. Well, you know that she wrote a manifesto from jail.
Yeah.
Addressed to Null.
It was wild.
Claiming to be the reincarnation of Jesus Christ.
And
himself.
who's to say that Chris Chan isn't Jesus Christ?
I don't know. The
Who can
dimensional.
really-
According to Chris, the dimensional merge is active. So
Yes.
Chris believes that if you look at a picture of Chris and a picture of Jesus, you will see it is obvious Chris is Jesus.
Right.
That's batshit insane.
Yeah.
It's
That's a legal
It's
defense
something.
in the making.
What a. I don't even know if this is the conclusion to the story. We don't know.
No. I
'Cause
don't
she
think
might
this
get
is-
off. She might get off on an insanity plea.
Yeah.
well.
Not get off, but like you know.
That still means that they're gonna have to go to a long-term psychiatric
Oh, of
facility.
course, yeah. As she probably should have been placed in.
Probably ought
long
to.
time.
Yes.
About, I would say, probably 2012 is right around the time the dimensional merge shit started.
Oh my God.
No, it was a little after that. 2014, 2015. That's probably about the time they should have locked up.
Someone should have intervened.
Someone definitely should have intervened. It was time. That's a sad, hilarious story.
You know, you think about like the people, like, so Null's a perfect example. Is like one person, maybe the last person that Chris could actually trust.
Yeah.
But no one stopped this.
No.
Someone should have.
Really stop.
Someone should have gotten someone else involved. Well, I guess they couldn't
Well, they couldn't. And the
until
thing
there
is,
was like a criminal activity.
yeah, there's nothing you can do. I know that people called the health department because of the hoarding situation around the I want everything about my house off the internet, thing. So people did call the health department, but the thing is, it was all inside the house.
Yeah.
So there was no public health hazard. It was just people choose to live how they choose to live. So
Right.
there's nothing you can really
Yeah, I don't know what they can
there.
do.
And Chris has been arrested before several times, but they were all pretty minor, even like the trying to run over Michael Snyder thing. Ooh.
Oh, that's tomato soup in the works.
Ooh. Are you blending homemade tomato soup?
Christy got tomatoes out of the garden.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to see.
Dude,
what
there
happens.
is nothing better than homemade tomato soup.
Well, also,
Excited.
it's good.
Michael Snyder actually pleaded with the judge for leniency because he didn't
Yes.
want a record following Chris for the rest of his life.
Yes.
It was very selfless of him.
Selfless when he had absolutely every right to
Yeah.
to help them throw the book at Chris.
Right.
Which is, it's just amazing to me that the level of not recognizing the entire Chandler family, not recognizing that this guy is just
Yeah.
not a bad person, but didn't want some racist person screaming at the kids.
Yeah, right.
at his place of business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
You don't say.
It's hard to think of a worse environment for Chris to have grown up in.
Yeah. It's just it's a sad, and I told you when please allow if you're gonna do this, you got to allow yourself to laugh, because
There are things that are funny here.
there are things that are funny here, and it is just insanely depressing if you don't.
Yeah.
There are things that are funny here, and there are things that are very not funny here.
Right.
But the stuff that's funny, it's okay to laugh at the stuff that's funny. It's okay to be sad at the stuff that's really sad. It's okay to be mad at the stuff that's mad. It's an insane story. It's stranger than fiction. It really is weird.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll keep you posted on the Chris Chan news if you're
Yeah. Right.
the insane shit that's going down right
Jail
now.
Chew saga.
The Jail Chew saga. Yeah.
Prison Mike.
The worst thing about prison was the Dementors. They fly around and
Dementors.
they're really scary. You mean like Harry Potter? No, not like Harry Potter.
Not like Harry Potter. Well, should we get into the Rex here?
Yeah, let me make a recommendation right off the top here. So we started this episode on the totally fun and not controversial topic at all of trans people and J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Totally not confrontational in any way.
No, but I'm glad we had it. I'm glad,
Me too.
glad
I
we
think
had
it
this
was a good discussion. I just watched a documentary today. It's on HBO. It was narrated and created by Monica Lewinsky,
Oh, wow.
and it's called 15 Minutes of Shame.
That sounds interesting. That sounds way more interesting than the Clinton documentary that you recommended.
Oh, God. Yeah, 3 parts of buttering up Hillary Clinton's asshole.
I tried, dude. I tried.
It was interesting, but it was a puff piece. And in retrospect, I shouldn't have recommended it.
I don't think this is a puff piece.
No. So what this is a, maybe hour and a half, 2 hour documentary about public shaming on the internet and the consequences that it has for people. And Monica Lewinsky is uniquely positioned to talk about public shame.
Maybe, perhaps, no one else in the world living right now is as poised to talk about public shame.
Because I think she got some
Except for maybe Christian.
Right. Well, the thing is, Monica got some of the worst public shaming possible in the most... There are government documents that exist to embarrass this woman, you know? And the person who was really responsible never caught the half of that shame. Yeah. You know, so she's just uniquely positioned to talk about this.
Forever deemed a whore for, let's admit it, doing something probably
for her
most of us
quote unquote puff piece.
Yeah. For like she blew the president. Who among us? Who
I didn't think about that a second.
Who among us wouldn't blow the president?
Yeah,
presented with the depending on the president.
Yeah, it depends.
Depending on the
We're talking Obama.
I'm blowing the president.
I'm blowing the president.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
Chris. I want you to come have a seat in the Oval Office.
Gotta fucking pre, dude.
gonna pre.
You're looking pretty good. You got nice little titties for a boy.
Yeah. Got a nice set of man. You got a sweet little man pussy on you.
Let me see that bussy.
I'd like you to tug my balls, squeeze them a little.
Chris, I want to see your bussy.
Don't be
for the president, for America.
Don't be afraid to squeeze them a little while you're down there. If the mood strikes you, maybe put a pinky in my ass.
Bat him around a little. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Really work them.
Chris, I want you to have the seat on this 200-year-old sofa, and I want you to tug on my balls.
Yep. FDR had his balls tugged on this.
Every president in the United States has been blown on this couch.
Couldn't really feel him, I don't think, because of the polio, but had his balls tugged.
Jesus Christ. It was under that little blanket.
Yeah.
No one thought about it. But he was a man. He had balls.
Yeah, man. He had someone just like you with a sweet little boy pussy.
Let me see your boy pussy. Have we exhausted this?
Yeah,
Should we move on?
Let's go. Let's keep going.
Anyway, the documentary does not center on her really, but it's like it's a lead-in, right? Yeah. It's like, it's sort of the framing device. So, several people are...
Swallow the gravy.
Presidential gravy.
All right, now we've exhausted it. Let's go.
So one of the people they talked to, you remember the guy that bought like 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
And then got like death threats and shit?
Yeah.
So there's more to that story than I knew. I mean, like, I got the impression he was opportunistic and kind of an asshole.
And selling them, yeah.
And a little bit, yeah, he was. But also, like, there's, the inflated prices on that hand sanitizer that outraged everyone so much. A lot of people don't think about the fact that hand sanitizer is a hazmat material. It's expensive to ship.
Oh yeah.
For example. So there's factors there where it's like he claimed to be selling them above market, but not as above market as maybe some other people.
Yeah.
But did that really warrant people, threatening his life?
No.
A guy came to his house, knocked on his door, banged on his door when
Jesus Christ.
he wasn't home. They stayed, at a hotel, and his like home doorbell, revealed later a guy came to his fucking house. He had to buy a gun,
Wow.
And there's other people that they interview in the documentary. And the idea is basically just looking at this idea of, like, how did we get to this place where public shaming is like so huge? And actually, they get a guy named John Ronson. You ever heard of him?
I've heard of Ron Johnson.
Who's Ron Johnson?
I don't know.
John Ronson. Is this the guy at the Cubs game?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The guy who tried to catch
No. You're what is his fucking name?
There was a 30 for 30 on him.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think of his name.
I know who
Not
you're
that
talking
guy.
about, yeah.
John Ronson is a podcaster and interviewer and a writer, and he talks about interestingly, like, this idea of shaming big companies into making decisions was like the start, really, on Twitter of like Twitter activism for probably good reasons, right? Mm-hmm. But everyone just got a little bit high on the Kool-Aid,
right?
And it turned out it's really fun to to come down on people, So
I think that's a huge part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it
It's
moves
just-
from being like let's make corporations make sensible change to
let's bully people.
let's bully people.
Yeah.
And people got, hooked on the self-righteousness of the thing.
Yes.
The documentary is really interesting. I don't want to say that much more about it, but it's on HBO and it's so funny we decided to talk about this public shaming thing because if you think at all that there is something about it that feels not quite right, you should watch the documentary.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's enlightening.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. 15 minutes of shame, I think. Actually, it's funny. They open the movie with two quotes side by side. You have Andy Warhol's "In the future, everyone will be famous for 15 minutes," and then you have Banksy's "In the future, everyone will be anonymous for 15 minutes."
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
It's kind of ominous, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's 15 minutes of shame. I'm almost certain that's what it's called. I should probably.
That's a really good name for it. If it's not called that, it should be called that.
Yeah, right.
That's a really good name.
I'm all but certain that's what it's called. I'm just gonna look
Double
at and
check.
make sure that I'm not wrong. But in the meanwhile, which one of you guys wants to recommend something else?
I can go.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I just talked a bit about it off microphone, but I want to recommend the Mafia series
Yeah.
of Vigi games.
Did you?
That's what it's called, by the way. I got it.
Okay.
That's it.
The remastered, the definitive editions is what they're called.
Okay.
Are all on Steam. I'm sure with, there's going to be a Halloween sale coming up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Christmas sale and all that. So I'm sure they're going to go on sale relatively soon.
Sure.
But they're just called Mafia, Mafia 2, Mafia 3, the definitive editions. And they're just... they're mob stories.
Yeah,
you know.
right.
The first one is in an XP of Chicago during Prohibition.
Okay.
The second one is in an XP of New York City during
XP?
XP.
What's the word you're
It's
using here?
EXPY. It's something I picked up from TV tropes.
Okay.
Like a stand-in for something else, like another
Right.
property or something in real
like Grand
life.
Theft Auto's Liberty City or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
where
is it
it's-
XP for New York?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I've never heard that term. That's interesting.
Yeah, I forget what it where that comes from. But anyway, and that takes place from the tail end of World War II into the early 50s.
Okay.
And then Mafia 3 is in Port Bordeaux, which is supposed to be New Orleans.
It's 1970, right?
1968.
68.
Where you play as Lincoln Clay,
Like a claw.
fighting the notably sort of outside the mafia for this game, in that you're fighting the Dixie Mafia, which they're
Dixie Mafia.
well. It looks as though that they're the head. I'm not too far into the game yet, but it looks as though the head of this mafia in Port Bordeaux is Italian families. But it's like their underbosses and their capos and their soldiers are these rednecks that go around and enforce
Cajun folks.
that go around and do horrible racist shit.
Yeah.
1968.
Breaking into houses and stealing gumbo. It's not right.
More like getting black citizens hooked on heroin, but
Oh, okay. Very different from what I had in mind.
prostituting black women out of once respectable theaters. Just horrible shit. So
Kind of like modern New Orleans.
I mean, like the thing is that like, the mafia is like super prevalent in spreading heroin use.
Yeah.
Particularly like among the black community, starting during World War II.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's rooted.
That's
in
true to life.
That is very true to life. Yeah.
It's interesting too because in the first two games, the protagonists make it a point to try. The protagonists and their families basically are making it a point to be like, we're not getting into drugs. We're not getting into drugs. They eventually get into drugs.
That's what happened to the five families. It became about the drug trade.
And now in Mafia 3, it's like they're not even pretending anymore.
Yeah.
It's just all heroin and all weed. But yeah, so as Lincoln Clay, Vietnam vet, who worked with special forces tied to the CIA of all things.
Okay.
You have to take back the city from the mob.
Okay, so you don't play as the mafia in this game.
No,
You're playing as a-
they double cross him in the prologue of the game.
That's kind of cool.
And kill like his best friend and his mentor. So he's pissed off, and with the help of his CIA contact Donovan, has to go around and systematically, liberate these different areas of the city.
That's cool.
Basically, your roaring rampage of revenge kind of story.
Have either of you been to New Orleans?
No,
I've
I
always
want
wanted to
to.
go. Yeah.
So bad.
I have heard it described as just the absolute smelliest
Well,
place.
it's piss. It smells like piss.
Just
yeah.
piss.
Because
and-
it's just
and-
drunk people.
Because it's full of French people.
No, just someone told me it's hot. It's like clammy because you get that.
Well,
like,
you're so far below sea level, everything
Yeah.
is just musty and mildewy,
and people peeing and
everywhere.
pooping all over the place. Someone
Yeah.
said Jordan at work told me it was like rotten garbage covered in piss with a dirty diaper in there.
I do want to go.
I do too.
I kind of want to see it.
I need to experience the food.
I want
down there.
I want an oyster po' boy. That's what I want.
Ooh, yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, with a nice tomato salad.
God, I haven't had a po' boy in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, where do you even get a po' boy?
I think they have them at Sheets.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they're, well, po' boys.
Yeah, right. The garbage sandwich.
Right.
The Sheets garbage sandwich. I love those sandwiches, dude. Actually, I'm gonna go get one. We're done with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheets.
good.
Sounds good.
Sheets is pretty boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Play the Mafia series. The first one, as I said before, is a bit linear. The second one gives you a bit more freedom. The third one has, actual side missions and reasons to free roam and stuff like that.
I got
So
you.
it's quite a bit more open ended, and it's just really cool. One of the neat things they do is the protagonist of the previous game seems to always make a cameo in the next game,
Oh, that's cool.
which is pretty neat.
It's kind of a Red Dead thing too, right? Is like throughout they keep some of those characters throughout the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dutch. I need a man.
Just one more fist, Arthur.
One more fist, Arthur. You're all right, boy. That's
I still haven't fucking finished.
You haven't finished that game?
No.
What's wrong with you? It came out 2 years ago.
I did the mission where they go off to the Guarma Island or whatever. And
Well,
then
yeah,
they
you're
come-
almost to the end.
Yeah, I'm like that far in.
You're almost to the first end, and then there's 8 hours of
really.
like the post thing.
I'm where like Arthur's not doing so hot. That's
Yeah.
about where I am. I think they were.
Spoiler alert for that 2-year-old game.
Well, anyway, that's my rec is just play the Mafia series.
You know what? I want to set up a Cheap Shark notification for that one.
Yeah.
Because with the sales coming around and stuff like that, it is bound to go on sale again.
Yeah. You don't necessarily need to play all three of them in order if you don't want to, but I did. It's worth getting the full experience, I think.
You think they're still? I mean, are they still pretty playable despite being like kind of an older franchise? Cause,
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember when I first saw like Mafia in stores, it was at Best Buy back when games still came in giant boxes with cool artwork and sometimes a front flap that would open up so you could look at stuff.
Hell yeah.
Don't you miss that?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
I do all the time.
I miss
Yeah.
good special editions too.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
special editions of games that have like instead of just cheap plastic shit, they used to have like
Yeah. Remember the Halo 2 special edition that came in the freaking
the
sweet
silver
metal
tip.
case?
I still have it.
I think I have mine too.
I still have it. That was I stayed up until 4 a.m. and played that game, and then woke up to go to school, and at like 7:30 played a little more,
Yeah.
and then like walked to like around the corner to the school and hid, and then skipped school and went back home and played more Halo.
I remember when Halo 2 came out and how few people were in school that day.
It was, dude, it was so
There's tons
fucking,
of people just,
so
oh,
fucking-
everyone's not feeling well, huh?
Yeah. I remember like being one of the few people in line at the GameStop who actually got one of the legendary editions.
Oh.
Who like, with the silver case, and I remember people being jealous when I left the store. I was like, yeah, score.
I really want to play the new multiplayer when
I can't
when
wait.
it comes
Dude,
out.
Halo,
It's gonna rule.
Hey, we got to play Halo 5 next. Or
Yeah.
no, you guys never played 4 yet.
We
either.
never played 4.
We got to play 4. Yeah, we're
Right.
gonna go through and play 4. 4 was good.
We should do that.
We should.
Anyway,
Yeah. Oh,
recommendation over.
speaking of the mafia and racism, I would like to recommend
I knew you were going to recommend it.
the Many Saints of Newark.
Yes.
Not to you yet. You got to finish the
Right.
show.
I gotta finish the show.
Yeah.
If you're a Soprano fan, like I think a lot of my friends are,
Yeah.
you should watch the movie and ignore whatever fucking bullshit. Just put all those dumbass reviews out of your head.
I don't understand what motivated anyone to write a negative review about this movie.
Yeah, yes, it's fan servicey. That's part of the whole point. You know,
Yeah.
David, you said something that was really, I thought,
I know what you're going to say.
that really nailed it for me when we got out to the parking lot, which is like, David Chase did not have to do this. He made his money.
He did not have to make that fucking movie.
He is doing it for you.
Yep.
So just stop overanalyzing things. Go to the movies and fucking sit down and enjoy something.
It's a beautiful gift
It's
of a thing that we all like, that
Yes.
now we have a new refreshing piece of this.
Yes.
And it's and
it's good.
without spoiling anything, there's some major revelations.
There
about
are
things-
some major
There's some
revelations.
major revelations.
Yeah.
about stuff that like is alluded to in the show, you know, because
Right.
we're dealing with Dickie Moltisanti.
Dickie Moltisanti, Christopher's
right?
dad,
Christopher's dad.
who died
Okay.
before Christopher was born.
Right.
So
And-
you know where this movie's going.
Right.
You kind of like know at the outset what, where this is heading to because, they tell
He's
you.
not around in the show.
He's not around in the show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what they tell you what happens to Dick in the show.
But the way that things happen,
The way that things
there's
happen.
revelations,
Yeah.
the sort of mythologies of these guys that are like part of the show is
Yeah.
everyone in the Sopranos is always idolizing the old guys.
Yes. Yeah,
You know?
Johnny
Right.
Boy Soprano, Uncle Junior. Even
Yeah.
though with like Junior's around.
Yeah.
Good guy, but he's getting old, you know.
So they're always idolizing these dudes from the past.
Yeah.
So it's really, really interesting to step into this time period where you realize they're just as mortal as all these assholes that
Yeah.
that make up the new crew in the show, right?
Very well cast.
Super well cast.
You get to see like young pussy.
Oh,
that on a selling point.
So maybe I shouldn't go see this, or I'll be put on some kind of watch list.
Quote, young pussy, end quote.
Young Salvatore Bumpancero.
Yeah.
Sal.
It's funny. You
Bumpancero.
say, what's his name? What's your name? Pussy.
Pussy.
Hey, now what you think, father?
How much you think, father? Yeah. You get to see young Paulie.
Yeah.
He's like, so I'll tell you this because this is really funny if you know Paulie Gualtieri from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, they're at dinner and he's painting clear coat on his nails, which is something he does in the show a few times.
Yeah.
He's like painting
Usually
clear.
in private.
Usually, yeah, like he'll be in the back of Satriali sitting on a chair, like, and someone will walk in, he'll be like clear coating his nails. So they're sitting at dinner, and the waiter comes over and cracks pepper on his salad,
Right
and he
next
goes,
to it.
right next to his nail paint. And he goes, "Whoa!" He's getting pepper on his wet nails, and he like, "Hand me the pepper," and he like grabs the pepper mill like this, and like, this is really funny. It's like
Yeah.
all the Sopranos charm is there.
Yeah.
That's like all the stuff that made the show.
I love young Silvio.
Young
They
Silvio
cast
is
him so well. He's
so
got-
good.
He's got that stink face
The
on
puss, yeah, he's got the puss, like the Silvio face.
him. And we see well, I don't want to say too much.
Yeah,
about
right. It's like, it's very well cast. All these you get to see all these young guys,
it. Yeah.
like all the guys from the show that are around that, like you get to see them younger. It's really cool.
And you get to see young Tony Soprano
You get to
deliver my favorite line.
Yeah.
Oh, cool hamburger.
Yeah. That was awesome.
I laughed. I just cackled like an idiot to myself. It's not supposed to be a big thing. He comes down and his mom has made him a hamburger.
Yeah.
he goes, "Ah, cool hamburger."
But it's like, I think the problem with it is that people expected this to be like the story of Tony Soprano.
Right.
It's not a story about Tony Soprano. Don't go into it.
He's a part of it.
It's not. We already heard the story of Tony Badass with the show.
Right.
This is a story about Dickie Moltisanti.
Yes.
Which is like,
And his father,
right, and his father, yeah,
which is important.
and I guess to some degree Christopher too, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Christopher.
That's how
your little baby. What's your fucking problem?
that's how everybody at work greets me. Because they know that
Oh, do they
they're
really?
also Sopranos.
Oh,
Christopher! So I have to walk around and go, Paulie!
Bobby Nacho.
But like, yeah. So don't go into expecting to see more of Tony Badass.
Right.
It sort of shows you how Tony.
It's his defining ethic.
It's defining. It's defines.
You see kind of like where all these guys, the reverence for the older dudes came from.
Yeah.
You see a young Tony
Uncle Dick.
who doesn't, by the way, want to be a part of this family business.
Yeah, he wants nothing to do with
They
it.
make that kind of clear even from the trailers. Is he's not really wanting to be a part of this whole thing, and that's interesting.
Yeah.
But he's not the focus of the story.
No, he's not. It's Dicky. It's about Dicky, and it's good.
Yeah.
You need to finish the show so you can watch it, and we can gush about it.
Yeah.
Also, just finish the show so we could get you to understand more references. Anyway, $4 a pound.
I can't wait till you know what that is. Anyway, $4 a pound.
That's not from the scene where he's like where Christopher's hallucinating the guy that he shot.
You ever had our sausages? No.
No.
Oh yeah.
Try the Where's email.
God, that's a horrifying.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. No, you'll see.
You will not forget it when you've seen it.
It's in season 2. You'll see it.
Anyway.
So anyway, you watch the mini Saints of Newark. Anyway, $4 a pound.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll recommend something else later.
Yep.
That's a good.
You should see it in theaters, but probably won't still be there by the time you do.
You gotta
it'll be on
respect
HBO.
David Chase's vision.
What are you gonna say? Watch it at home and disrespect David Chase like that.
Oh, there's a lot of that in the movie too.
Yeah, classic. Lots of stuff that made me really laugh, which is just
You come to expect it from The Sopranos.
anyway. Yeah. So I learned a few more things. I wrote a few more things down.
I learned some stuff too.
Okay. I wrote down honey nut meteos. I still don't. Is that about? It's about balls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
man.
about like strong
meat
balls.
nuts. Meat nuts. Yeah.
As opposed to.
I learned that there's a designated blowjob couch in the Oval Office.
Yeah, right. I wrote Obama wants to see your bussy.
I learned that having kids is like getting a hand job from a puppet.
Hello, I'm the king. You look like you could
Use
You look like you could use a hand job.
Thanks, King Friday.
Yeah.
The tiger has to watch.
The tiger's watching from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You sure are taking that load.
Oh my god.
He doesn't have a throat, so it's just.
Yeah.
just
Is this friction?
you just
Anyway.
rough felt.
So anyway,
I also learned Britney Spears still has it.
Oh, she sure
Oh, yeah.
fucking does. I wrote that you should sculpt your pubes into cool shapes, like a sailboat.
Yeah.
You know,
sailboat?
for the ladies.
Oh, sculptor. Never mind. I thought you were implying that sailboats come in different shapes. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, wait, no.
I mean, they
no,
do,
I get
but-
what you did. Different shapes like sailboats have is what you heard.
Like there could be a square.
Yeah.
Like polyhedron.
I meant sculpting your pubes into a sailboat. Not that sailboats are uniquely multi-shaped.
Sorry. I'm fried.
Oh, rusty.
Apparently.
Jesus. You learn anything else? I mean, I did learn that FDR probably couldn't feel his nuts under that little blanket.
I learned it's not Cologne unless it's from the Cologne region of France.
That's right.
You got anything else? Anybody? I got one more.
What you got?
I learned a few straight guys and some women equal 1.5 gay men.
yes. That's how that works.
That sounds right.
Got to do the queer math.
Yeah, the
Queer math for the fucking idiot.
Yeah, right. The queer math for the fat idiot.
So,
Yeah. So we did it.
I love you guys. I love doing
you too.
this. It's nice to be here.
I love you too, you big,
This is always fun. You
Yeah.
big galoot.
you big galoot.
I like being here. I like doing this with you guys.
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah, always do.
Why don't we try and do the next one in a couple weeks, like earnestly?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just getting lazy at this point. So there's like this hangover like mentality from
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
and it just I haven't broken through it yet.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like I'm literally
Me either. I don't think
mean,
a
we
lot of
literally remodeled my kitchen to put a door. So
Yeah.
we
Did
can
you
do
see our
things
fucking
downstairs.
handiwork?
I did.
Yeah.
I did it.
Hell yeah.
I still have to do the trim work. It's been like 2 weeks.
Whatever. We'll,
But like I'm literally remodeling my home to make it so we can have people over more often and easier.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's actually do that.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
We are getting there.
We're almost there.
I'll be back with my topic
Okay.
next time. I don't have one yet, but
That's okay.
It'll be my turn. So
That's okay. You have weeks.
I do. I have weeks.
Maybe we could do a sketch.
Yeah.
Racist hamburger helper is my main one.
Maybe I'll write one, so we're not just like, okay, here's a write one down.
But I think it's fun when we don't
well,
know
you
what
can
to do.
improv with an idea. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. We'll have a little kind of a framework.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's enough shop talk. Thank you for listening to the Dude Cast. Sorry it's been so long. Looking forward to seeing you sooner next time. And have a great thing.
Yeah.
Adios.
See you.
See ya.